watch football without the restrictions of blackouts or cable? Check out expressvpn.com to help you get access to all the live games. Sign up today using the link in the description to get 3 free months. Action. One, one, two. There we go. Yo, what up, old fam? It's the director. Chargers fans, you're ready for our first game in the winning streak. I know that we saw Tara say something similar at the top. 7-0 starts today, dudes. How's everybody doing today, man? Let's get some shout outs in the chat. Marthini and Romero, welcome back to the mod. We got Richie Lloyd, Boogalump, Eric, Mikey16, Matthew Draginski. We got Jexy. Zigzag. We got Austin Osman. We got Ballin James, Kai Bailey, Sam Calders. We got Matthew Dahl, Fabian. Good to see ya. We got Envy Talent. We got Andy Osman again. Let's go, baby. And we got a $10 holla coming in from Eli Hides. Before the show even started, he says, I flew out to Phoenix from Detroit to take my father, David, to his first NFL game. Texting you from my seat, wearing matching number 10 jerseys. Let's go, Bolt fam. Much love to my boy, the director. Hey, Eli. That is awesome, my dude. Happy holidays to you. Hope you guys have a fantastic first game with the Pops. That's super awesome there. Have so much fun. And let's go, Bolts. Had to be out there representing. I'm hearing that there's a lot of powder blue in the stadium in Arizona right now. Very exciting to hear about. Hopefully the Chargers can put on a good show for them today. Thank you again so much, my guy, Eli, for the $10 holla. Before we do get started on this, guys, first off, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope everybody stuffed their faces, had a fantastic time with the fam. Burrell Bikes with the $2 is absolute must win today. Keep Joe off the mic. Yep, we got the Joe Show ready to launch when necessary. Hopefully we don't have to fire that up anytime soon this game. Quick updates for you guys before we do proceed into kickoff. Here are your inactives today, as well as this is the announcement for our giveaway for the season. Oops, we actually got to get you guys in the chat over here. For our giveaway this season, we are giving away a Justin Herbert jersey to those of you who are subscribed. All you got to do is follow the link in the description. Super easy, and make sure you are subbed. This right here is going to be the jersey we are giving away in the holiday spirit. So make sure you guys hit that sub button and get ready for the giveaway, which is ending Christmas Eve. We're going to be announcing the winner on Christmas during that stream. And then, of course, we like doing giveaways in twos on this channel. We're also giving away a brand new Khalil Mack jersey to one of my crew members as a thank you from me to you guys for all the support and keeping the channel going. Thank you guys so much. You'll find the link in the description for the Justin Herbert jersey. And all you got to do to enter for the Khalil Mack is be a crew member. That is it. Let's go, baby. Chargers Cardinals has actually already kicked off. We're getting the first snap here by Justin Herbert. It's a handoff to Austin Eckler, and Eckler's going to pound his way up for about a 6-yard gain. Let's go, Bolt fam. It's time. It's time. It's time. Let's take down these Arizona Cardinals and start the Chargers turnaround here in Week 12. Let's go, baby. Let's turn the game cast on. Put your feet up. Get excited. It is time. It is time. Yes, sirs. Everybody's super excited about the giveaway. It's the season of giving. It's the season of giving. We're definitely doing giveaways as often as we can here on the channel. Here comes a pass to Austin Eckler, and it's going to go incomplete. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Chargers here in their first offensive possession. Eric Black with the $5 haul says, only thing I want for Christmas is for number 10 to drop 5 H-bombs for touchdowns today. And for Joe Lombardi fired as well. Just tack that on in there. Eric Black, thank you so much for the $5 holla. Burrell Bikes, thank you as well. And then, of course, my guy Eli Hides. Thank you so much for the hollas today, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, 3rd and 3. Can the Chargers convert on their first 3rd down attempt of the game? He's going to pass it underneath to Keenan Allen. And number 13 is going to keep going for around 10 yards and a first down. Good to see number 13 back in action. That is the man on the thumbnail today. We knew he was going to have a pretty significant game today. Let's keep it going, baby. Let's keep it going. Herbie needs just 208 passing yards to pass up Peyton Manning. For real, Melanie. That's a great stat right there. Let's go. I'm pretty sure Justin Herbert can get 200 yards this game. Let's all hope so. The Cardinals are giving up something like 250 yards per game, and they haven't gone up against a lot of really good quarterbacks. Of course, they gave up 361 yards to Andy Dalton a couple weeks back. You never know. Here comes the next carry. This time it's Isaiah Spiller, who's going to run forward for about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and long. Let's go. Let's go. How you guys feeling about that, though, right? Not a too bad, kickoff to the so we like to do signed jerseys a lot. This time I figure make things a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and just put brand spanking new jerseys out there. Number 10 for the subs. Number 52 for the crew members. It should be a good time. Should be a good time. 2nd and 7 for the Chargers. Lined up in running formation. Justin Herbert is under center. He's going to take it. He fires it back. It's going to be Isaiah Spiller again. And this time Spiller is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long coming up. Kind of a weird, laggy execution in terms of a dive run. It felt kind of sloppy. NV Talent member for 16 months. He says, let's go, Bolts. Got to get healthy right on time. We got to do it. Let's do it. Chargers team is getting healthy. Can we find a way to use that to our advantage? Of course, this Chargers team should be looking a little bit more reminiscent of what we hoped they would look like during the offseason. There's J.J. Watt on the line. Keenan Allen in motion to the top of the screen. Justin Herbert gets the ball. He steps back. Lots of pressure. J.J. Watt in his face, and J.J. Watt is going to take down Justin Herbert. It's a huge 4th down and a punt for the Chargers' first offensive possession. Of course, J.J. Watt, not the same player he was so many years ago, but he is still a heck of a player. He comes up with another sack right there. And the Chargers' first offensive possession ends in nothing. Hopefully the Bolts can find a rhythm and find a way to keep Justin Herbert on his feet. That was one of the big things that we talked about in the preview video, which was mislabeled post-game report. Apologies, I was full of turkey. My brain wasn't working so good. But we have that fixed now. We did talk about the Chargers offensive line, who had only allowed 15 sacks up until week 11. Ended up allowing 5 sacks in that game versus the Chiefs. They got to clean that up. The punt is up. They're going to get the ball around the 12-yard line. Nice punt by the Chargers, J.K. Scott. And the Cardinals will get their first shot on offense momentarily. Is that the first sack that Sawyer has allowed? It might be. I think he's allowed 1. I don't know. You guys have to help me out in the chat. Jamari Sawyer's been super solid for the Chargers in his first season. Hoping that he can keep it up. He's not slowing down. But if that was the first, it's definitely shocking. Also not too surprised. He's been very, very solid for the Chargers this season. Lombardi calls 2 predictable runs. Fire him. You got 3, Joe. You're already down 2. That puts you at 1 more. All right, 1 more, and we're gonna get out the Joe show. Jesse, you turn in. Herbert gets sacked. No, Hugo. Hey, Hugo. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hopefully the Chargers can turn this around. Now we got that Hugo energy in the chat. You guys let me know. Defensively, we need to see a little bit more of this game. I would say, again, leading up until maybe the Niners, I don't know, maybe even after that, the defenses looked okay, right? I would say at least average. Last game, of course, you're going up against Patrick Mahomes. Things did look a lot more sloppy. Can we find a way to hold down the Cardinals, who are 4-7, but are also behind a Kyler Murray, that kryptonite kind of quarterback that the Chargers have such a hard time containing with that mobility? Hopefully. On Hales, Geronimo coming in with the $2 holla. He says, bolt up, baby, bolt up. Thank you so much for the $2 holla there. I appreciate it. Johnny says, give me 100K and I'll run the offense better than Lombardi. Hey, give me 100K and I'll whip out that Madden playbook. We'll get things on track. Even that, I feel, would be maybe a bit of an improvement. Definitely need more play action rollouts for Herbie. Yeah, Justin Herbert, when rolling out, like a PA boot action or something like that, he seems to do very, very well. So definitely get more of that in the offense if we can. Wesley Duke says, hey, director, lost my mom Friday. Today's the hardest game to watch, so bittersweet. Go Bolts. Hey, Wes, our heart's with you, man. The whole Bolt fam, we're with you. We're with you. One of the most difficult things that can happen in a person's life. You have my condolences. You have my condolences. I hope that you guys are okay going forward. I really do. It's a terrible thing. Not that I can relate, but I can only imagine. Our heart is with you. Our heart is with you, Wesley. Obi Chris Kenobi, welcome to the... Hey, Chris Kenobi! Chris Kenobi! Got me all choked up here, Wes. Obi Chris Kenobi, welcome to the cast. And you are now eligible for that Khalil Mack jersey. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, man. I really appreciate it. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals on their first offensive possession of the game. Kyler Murray's going to hit his man in the flat. I think that's Marquise Brown. And it is. The dude just shot out of a cannon from the flat, picks up the first down, and the Cardinals will get their next set of downs starting at the 23-yard line. Nice tackle there by Michael Davis. But we got to watch out for these speed weapons. They got Marquise Brown, they got Robbie Anderson, and of course DeAndre Hopkins. Maybe not the fastest wide receiver in the world, but he's one of the best in the world to play the position. 1st and 10. Here comes the Cardinals running attack. It's James Conner. Conner finds a big hole. Conner's loose. And Alohi Gilman just saved that from being an even bigger play. James Conner, his first carry goes for 18 yards. And the Bolts' run defense continues to look like a poo-poo sandwich. Man, dudes, I feel like the special teams has been okay. The offense is starting to turn around. The DBs play pretty well. But that run defense is going to be one of them Achilles heels that we got to worry about again this season. Man, man, man. 18 yards and a first down. Here come the Cardinals on the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Marquise Brown in motion. No, it's going to be another carry for James Conner. Conner weaving his way through traffic. And you know what? The ball's loose! The ball's loose! The Chargers are on top of it! And that's a Chargers turnover! Let's go, baby! Sebastian Joseph Day falls on it. There is a flag. There is a flag, but the Bolts ball on the Cardinals' first offensive possession. Who was it? Derwin James rips the ball out, and it's recovered by Sebastian Joseph Day. Let's go! The Bolts will have the ball at the 50-yard line if this holds up. We're waiting to hear on the flag, but number 3's in the chat. Let's go, baby! Derwin James, forced fumble. He's having a crazy season this year. And James Conner, who saw weakness in the Chargers' run defense, forgot about that man, Derwin James. And he comes in and makes the first big play for the Chargers defensively. Turnovers win championships. The turnovers certainly are something the Chargers need to work on. And Derwin James, one of the best guys to call upon to make that happen. Absolutely insane. The Cardinals made it about 30 yards before giving it up back to the Chargers. And it's Derwin James who makes the big play. Let's go! Let's go, baby! You know what I need to do this week? I've been meaning to, just haven't had the time, holidays, all that. I want to make some more animations. I never run this unless it's a touchdown, but I'm going to show you guys. I need to make some more animations like that. I want one for turnovers, fumbles, interceptions, right? Sacks would be a really fun one. H-bomb is probably the biggest one I want to make. We need that. We need that. I think it will be really fun to make the stream a lot funner. Super exciting stuff right there, man. Good GGs to Derwin James. Ralph Mouth coming in with the $10 holla. He's got the super pair. I love me some stupid pairs, man. You made me a fan. $10 holla. Thank you so much, Ralph, for the $10 holla and the love in the chat. Here comes Derwin James and the Chargers defense hyping up the Bolt fam early. Let's go, baby. Let's go. One for when you ban someone in chat. It's got to be Thor's hammer, right? And it just crushes the word ban with lightning coming out. That's the ban hammer right there. I think our mods would have fun with that one. I wish I could give them control of some of the animations. Can you do that? I can do anything. What's fun enough, and again, I'm not trying to brag, I actually, before becoming a YouTuber, was a professional filmmaker. I worked in commercial. I've had my own short films, like the statues up there. They're real from films that I've submitted to in competitions and film circuits. So I know my way around some animation. So we can do whatever we want. I just have to find the time to sit down and create them. Should be pretty fun. What's going on, Will Banks? Miguel says, hey, V. Okay, V, the weekly check-in with V. How we doing, V? How we doing, V? V! Welcome to the chat. Thank you for letting us borrow Miguel. Ross Bristow with the $5 Haws says Wentz has more touchdowns than Wilson. Problem is Wentz hasn't played since week 6. I've realized as an adult, Pauly Shore isn't that funny. Thank you so much, Ross. Yeah, crazy times out here. Here comes Justin Herbert passing to the flat. It's DeAndre Carter taking a play out of the Cardinals book. Hits the flat to their speedy wideout. He's going to pick up about 6 yards. It'll be second and medium. Thank you again so much, Ross. Hey, thank you so much, Nick T. Funny enough, in high school, my principals and drama teachers and all that kind of stuff, they were like, hey, man, we need somebody to announce the games. Funny enough. We need somebody to announce the assemblies and stuff like that. We're going to get out there. We're going to teach you how to be an MC. Little did I know that was going to translate to YouTube so many years later. Next pass is incomplete. It's 3rd and 4 coming up. He was trying to hit DeAndre Carter again. Can the Chargers get their first down here in this drive? I mean, it feels like things have been a little sloppy in terms of their play calling. The Chargers always have one quarter like this where they just cannot get on the same page. And it feels like DeAndre Carter had a shot at that ball but decided not to catch it on purpose. Justin Herbert, pocket collapses, and he's down again. Deja vu. Same as last drive. It's a run. It's an incompletion. It's a sack. Got a punt again. Wow, dude. Another sluggish quarter. Another sluggish start for the Chargers on offense. Which, again, these Cardinals defense, not the worst in the world. I did my research, right? They're giving up a good pocket of yards a game. Just Justin Herbert, not a lot of time to pass. Maybe receivers not getting open. We got Keenan Allen out there. What is going on? And just like that, the Derwin James fumble amounts for what? 6 yards and a punt. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Devin Johnson with $2 high says, let's go Chargers. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Maybe the Chargers defense has another big play in them, as that punt is going to bounce back towards the Chargers. Good punt for the Cardinals. They're going to get the ball on the 18-yard line. And this rant won't make it to half. Shrimp. We need that victory shrimp at the end of the game. You know how long it's been since I had victory shrimp? I didn't even have the last win. Maybe not the win before that. It's been a solid couple months since the victory. We need shrimp in the chat today. Stick around. Can't stand this play calling. You know what? After that particular drive right there, I think it's appropriate. Let's do it.
It's the Joe Show, starring Joe, doing all sorts of Joe things. Not your average Joe. And also he can walk.
Yeah. This week of the Joe Show. Was that a wide receiver screen that we saw there to the incompletion to DeAndre Carter? I guess we didn't really see it develop because it got blown up so quick. I think that's what it was. Why do we continue trying that? I maybe can think of like 3 or 4 instances all year that it's worked. And maybe like 30, 35 of them that didn't. As far as a team that follows the analytics so closely, I don't see it. I don't see it. Dexter, what's going on, dude? Why does our defense suck or our offense suck so bad? Oh, wait, I know. Yep. We just ran the clip to the Joe Show. Jeez. Envy says Carr is out. Derek Carr? They're playing Seattle, right? They're up, or Seattle's up 7-0. This AFC West race, dude, did not at all turn out the way I was thinking it would. I thought literally the Seahawks behind Russell Wilson shoot up to second place. Maybe third. Chargers and Chiefs, yes, fighting for first place. I did expect the Raiders to be in last, but I thought they would put up more of a fight. What are they at right now? They got like, what, 2 wins, maybe? I don't remember. Crazy times. Slad, welcome back to the crew, my man. Good to see ya. Chargers royalty. Crazy times out here. Offense 202. Thank you, Slad. Yeah, Raiders are a sinking ship at this point, man. Like, holy cow. I had, even like, again, we're Chargers fans, so we're just sitting there laughing as the ship is sinking. But as a football guy, as just, somebody who's trying to pay attention to the division to keep, see what our hopes really look like for taking it this year, I expected the Raiders to put up more of a fight. Now, we can't get too crazy. We play them next week. Maybe they're, ticked off. Division games are always crazy. I think we can win that one, obviously, but trap games are a trap game for a reason. It's a trap. Miguel says, Director, 2 forced fumbles for Derwin James in the last 3 games. Let's go. Let's go. Derwin James having himself a season. We knew that he would be a big impact this year. Hopefully he can keep it up. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. And it looks like a running play. It is. It's a handoff to James Conner. And Conner rounds the corner again. Most Chargers run defensive snaps or whatever you want to call them. They look pretty much the same. Here comes the running back. There's a flag, by the way. Holding. It's 1st and 20 all of a sudden. But the running back gets the ball. He goes up to the line. Looks like the Chargers have stopped him. They plugged up all the holes. Things are looking good. Just quick stutter step. Little bit of patience by the running back. And he finds a huge hole where Chargers, they just don't have the ability to pivot, right? To turn and adjust to where the running back is going. So what looks like a stop at the line of scrimmage becomes a carry for 8 yards. 8 yards is kind of the sweet spot. If you guys watched the Chiefs game last week, it seems like every time Pacheco got the ball, 8 yards, 8 yards, 8 yards, 8 yards. Crazy. 1st and 19, they'll say, for the Cardinals. Wow, big penalties, man. Holding's always tough. 1st and 19, Kyler Murray scrambling, trying to find some space. He's on the move. Here comes Kyler Murray, or Kenneth Murray Kyler. This is going to be a tough stream. Kenneth Murray came to close the distance on Kyler Murray, thus forcing Kyler Murray out of bounds by Kenneth Murray. Should we just say 9-1? Man, tough. That's going to be a big gain by the Cardinals there on the ground. Jeez. 2nd and 8. After the 10-yard scramble by Kyler Murray. Murray steps back, fires over the middle, wide open. Nobody there. It's going to be number 81 of the Cardinals. Robbie Anderson. Again, pair of fast wide receivers in Anderson and Brown. And that one gets wide open in a soft zone. And for some reason, I think I saw Khalil Mack in coverage. I'm going to need to take a look at that playbook, coach. I'm gonna need to look at that playbook. All right, 1st and 10 Cardinals. At the 36, 37-yard line, here comes another carry by Conner. He rounds the corner, and we're looking at another, can you say it with me? 8-yard gain. When did we become so predictable? Come on! 8 yards again. And James Conner. Here's another 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Looks like a new running back in the backfield this time. He's going to get the carry as well. Is that Conner again? Nope, it is Conner. And he's going to fall forward for 5-6 yards. James Conner. Off to a huge day. You guys remember when I said on the preview video, I was like, if you got Conner in fantasy football, fire him up, man. I'm guaranteeing you like 10, 15, 20 points. Between 10 and 20 points. Because we just know at this point. We know. We've seen enough. And unfortunately, I don't know if you guys know this, I'm in a creators fantasy football league with all the Chargers creators like Bolt Beat and Charger Chat and Guilty as Charged and all those guys. I have James Conner. It hurt me. It hurt me so good putting him in the lineup. As here goes Kyler Murray. And Murray scrambling over the middle. He's going to pick up, I think, 7 or 8 yards. It's 7 this time. 2nd and short coming up. That's what's the most disappointing this season, I feel. Is that the Chargers defense, it took a hit. Joey Bosa, not having him is a big deal. But we have so many other stars still on. You guys think about that. Asante Samuel Jr., right? Bryce Callahan, who's been fantastic. Derwin James, of course. Khalil Mack. Drew Tranquil's been stepping up. Why are we still so mediocre right now? Here comes another carry by James Conner. And Conner gets bottled up behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be Kenneth Murray, K9. We're just going to call him K9 the rest of this game, okay? K9 with the tackle for loss in combination with Khalil Mack. And 3rd and 4 coming up. Anyway, to close out that argument, I feel like the reason we hired Coach Staley was for his defensive-minded prowess. Haven't seen a whole lot of that, especially with the defense nowhere near as shaken up as the offense this season so far. So that's just something to keep in mind, okay? Something to keep in mind if your name's Sean Payton, you're awake at night thinking about this team. Here comes 3rd and 4. It's a dump off. It's Connor, and Connor, holy cow, dudes, it's a first down. The Chargers had 2 guys on him, keeping him 3 or 4 yards short of the first, and they cannot tackle. And there goes James Conner breaking through 3 tacklers for an additional 3 or 4 yards and the first down. Kyle Van Noy, Alohi Gilman, and Bryce Callahan couldn't take him down. It takes a JT Woods as the 4th man to finally finish off that tackle. And there you go, first down Cards. 1st and 10, in motions Marquise Brown. I don't... Brown's going to take the wide receiver screen. Tries to use that speed to get outside. He cannot. And Alohi Gilman is the man to stop him, but he put a little bit too much gravy on those potatoes, if you know what I mean. Hoping we don't get a flag here. Looks like no flag. Chargers may have gotten away with the one right there. I can't lie. Chargers may have gotten away with one. Little bit too much excess violence at the second half there. Every Chargers fan needs one of these. Keep us alive during those quarters that the offense is asleep. 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals offense. Yeah, the Chargers got the ball first this game. So second half, it's going to be Cardinals. We are already down to 3 minutes and 27 seconds in the first quarter. No score. Here comes an underneath throw to A.J. Green, I think, and Asante Samuel Jr. Him and Derwin James, by far, the 2 best tacklers in that secondary. He gets a hold of A.J. Green by the hips. A.J. Green, probably about 4, 5, 6 inches taller than him. And he says, "You ain't going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime." Keeps him down. No first down. 3rd and 5 coming up. Man. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Cardinals. Can the Chargers get a stop here? Honestly, I would rarely call this, but if I was up against this particular team, I would say I would throw in a draw or design quarterback run up the middle. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Cardinals. Chargers may have been offsides. Here comes the pass over the middle. It's DeAndre Hopkins, and Hopkins spins out of a tackle. He's free, and it's a touchdown Cards. DeAndre Hopkins. There is a flag on the field, but again, like I mentioned, Chargers may have been offsides. Chargers may have been offsides. I think it was either Alohi Gilman or Drew Tranquil. Yep, offsides on us. Kyler Murray took the free shot. It's a score on the Bolts D. Here's an idea. Okay, collectively as a Bolt fam, we got to find the home address of Sean Payton, all right? Hey, if we can all pitch in $5-10, we can send over a hell of a gift basket, right? I think we can organize that. And additionally, here comes the curveball. We find the home address of Fangio. And we all, again, put another $5-10 in the pot. It could even be a money basket. The big picture of my face. Please come save us. Maybe, just maybe, 2023. I don't know. Honestly, dudes. Because, yeah, the thing I'm seeing from the players that bugs me. The tackling. Tackling has been pretty bad. Run defense could see some help from some nice play calling, but the tackling, really bad. That's something the players got to work on. They got more to work on, obviously, but I'm pointing out the egregiousness, right? The coaching, man, there's got to be something we can do. And again, we hired Staley to be that dude. To be the Rain Man of the defense. I don't know. For now, we're just going to roll with that gift basket idea, see how far we get with it. Because, oh my God. Hugo says, "I'll sell my mom's car and pitch in." We won't even tell Mama Hugo. She just walks outside. There's just a little card with Sean Payton's face on it. And inside says it was a necessity. I'm sorry. We'll explain it next season in the playoffs. May be a bit of a wait, but guaranteed. Oh, man. But again, Bolt fam, we poke, we make fun. It's fine. We're down 7. The defense looks like it's got no juice. The offense has had, what, 2 3-and-outs? So far, it's looking pretty terrible. I cannot rule out that the Chargers are having that one bad quarter again. Which, again, we're not going to make it into the postseason. And if we do, not far into the postseason, if we take a quarter off every game. It seems almost every game this season has been, you know, 1 quarter off, 3 quarters on. And sometimes that's at the worst time, right? Again, the Chargers getting the ball first half. No points on the board the entire first quarter. That sucks. They seem to turn it on in the second, third, fourth quarter. So the game far from over. But just had to point that out. They're showing Phillip Rivers on the screen right now. Now, you guys know that, you know, we had our troubles back then, too, in the Phillip Rivers era. But I do miss Phil a lot. Not to say I would, you know, I'm not grateful for Justin Herbert. Of course I am. Jesus. Of course I'm grateful for Justin Herbert. But you guys remember the old gunslinging days. Of course, a lot of interceptions in those days, too. But they were a lot of fun to watch. Maybe that's why Chargers fans so rubbed the wrong way in this Lombardi offense, because we're used to something way different in our passing offense. We're used to the Phillip Rivers targeting Malcolm Floyd 35 yards deep every game. We're used to the Chargers targeting, rest in peace, Vincent Jackson for 50 bombs every game. You know what I mean? And now we got a quarterback who, arguably, as good as Phillip Rivers was, has a bigger arm, has a better opportunity to do stuff like that, and we're not doing it. Crazy. We got a $5 holla coming in from Brad TV. He says Chargers defense like diarrhea. Can't stop anything like trying to stop water. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty. I'm going to take a sip of my brown beverage to get that out of my brain. But thank you, Brad. Confucius says, 1st and 10, Chargers. It's a negative run for Austin Eckler. 2nd and long coming up. You guys remember M80? I remember M80. I've been rallying for him to get an item or a card in Madden Ultimate Team for a couple of years. I'd love to see him back in the game. 2nd and 12. Justin Herbert play action. Fires over the middle. Too high for Austin Eckler, but was it completed by Keenan Allen? Okay, it hit the ground, they said. That was strange. Justin Herbert targeted, I think it was Keenan Allen over the middle. Austin Eckler thought it was for him. He was waiting on a hitch over the middle. He jumps to try and catch it. It tips the ball and then falls to the ground right into Keenan Allen's hands. They're going to call it incomplete. 3rd and 12 coming up. Oh, my goodness. We'll come back to the $5 hollows here in just a second, guys. 3rd and 12. Big conversion here. Can the Chargers do it? Lots of Chargers fans in the stands, by the way. Good to see them represent. 3rd and 12. Might be a false start on the Bolts. There's flags. There's flags. Yep. False start on the Bolts. It'll be 3rd and a million. Eric Black says Tom Telesco on his 3rd head coach. How many GMs get a 4th head coach hire? Bring in Peyton and fire the new GM. We need a new bloodline in the franchise. Yeah. A lot of people have been hearing about Coach, or potentially Coach Peyton Manning wanting to come into that scene. May start as a quarterback's coach. Ho! Of course, if I had my choice of him or Phillip Rivers, I'd choose Rivers every time, but there's rumors of swirling. Nothing connected to the Chargers, but just that he wants to go do some coaching. 3rd and 16. Justin Herbert. No time. Fires underneath. Too low. Incomplete. That's Joshua Kelly back in this game. Good to see him. But the Chargers, another 3 and out.
It's the Joe Show, starring Joe, doing all sorts of Joe things. Not your average Joe. And also he can walk.
I'm having a hard time this week, bros. Wow. Now, yeah, there's a couple design, underneath throws there. But again, I've been seeing a lot of unavailability from the wide receivers, which sucks. But we got Keenan back. That shouldn't be as big of an excuse. The return goes for like 20 yards. And 1st and 10 coming up. Tara coming in 23 months from the mod. She says, I get that Joe wants to protect Herbert given the bad offensive line play by throwing short. But at this point, you got to stretch the defense and go deep. Yep, roll out Justin because the short game isn't working. Tara, I'm always pretty impressed with your football expertise because, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It's very evident that trying to protect Justin Herbert with the short passing game is hurting them. You saw a lot of success with that in New Orleans with their quarterback at the time, Drew Brees. And I feel like New Orleans, for the most part, had a pretty good offensive line for a while. And Drew Brees is a completely different quarterback. But there is some argument to be made that does help protect your quarterback, keeping those guys available underneath and trying to push your way up from there. But my goodness, man, this Cardinals defense, their secondary, one of the worst in the NFL. We've got 3 3-and-outs. What, like 8-9 yards in the pass in a full quarter? It ain't working. So, yeah, we got to stretch the field. It's got to happen. Burrell Bikes, $2 Hollis is starting to feel like Jacksonville all over again. I hope not. Because if I'm being honest, guys, this is one of those games that I've been talking a lot about the bright side of it. That this is the game the Chargers get back on track and we start that run and string of wins. After, so horrifically facing the Chiefs and the Niners back-to-back and back-to-back primetime games, it's been tough going. But this is that game where things can turn around and all of a sudden you're looking at a streak, some momentum. Well, the part I didn't mention, because, yeah, it's possible, but I don't want to bum us out. It's been a tough couple of weeks. If the Chargers drop this game, we're looking at the opposite kind of story. The kind of story where things maybe do continue falling apart. Which is so hard to believe with Keenan back. We're going to get Mike back and Joey back, but dang it, dudes. I'm done waiting. It's been a long season. Expectations sky high. And that's one of the first times we've allowed ourselves to be vulnerable. Like that, you know what I mean? Injuries play a factor, but we would be fools not to admit that the coaching has a big part of that to contribute as well. Miguel says, Director, I like your optimism. I'm sick of the realist. I'm a realist. Oh, I got you. I like to walk the line of both, right? I try to keep things positive and hyped even when times are low, but I'm also really good at letting people down a little easier, right? We'll let them down easy. It doesn't make it easier on the heart, but maybe it makes it easier on the mind a little bit. I don't know. So there's the two sides of the coin. Chargers still have a chance to maybe try and start something here, get some momentum for the second half of the season. But this is one of those games that could break you as well. Can't let them break you. $5 holla's coming in. We'll grab those in just a second as the Cardinals take their first snap on offense. Man, they're already at the 55-yard line on the Charger side of the field. Here comes a run. James Conner, once again, dodging the first tackler, busts forward for, guess what? 8 yards on the carry. Here come the $5 hollas, baby. Leo Ramos, this O-line looks so overmatched. For some reason, we should be utilizing Herbert's athleticism and move the pocket a bit to help the pass. Leo, that's a huge point. Just like Tara was saying, use his athleticism. Get him outside the pocket. Find some time in the play action. Do something to get this offense a little bit more space to work with. 2nd and 2 coming up. Then we'll grab Theories. Theory, what's up? 2nd and 2, Kyler Murray. It's another handoff. James Conner up the middle. First tackle missed. Second tackle gets home. And it's going to be a pickup about half a yard for James Conner. 3rd and short coming up. Theory says, I see a lot of people down on the Chargers. Change will come this offseason. I too want the change. Or I too want to see change. It will definitely come. I hope so. Theory. I feel like, again, the Chargers don't really do anything unless they're kind of thrown in the position where it's like you would be really stupid not to, and sometimes they even don't. With Coach Payton, like literally like knocking on the door 24/7 like them missionaries on Sunday mornings, just like, hey man, I'd like to preach the good word of the Sean Payton. Maybe there's some incentive for the Chargers to be like, you know what, this doesn't happen very often. Let's get Coach Payton in here and see what happens. Here comes another run by Conner. Again, 2-3 tackles missed. After getting through for the first down, 2 tackles broken, and it'll be about a 8-yard gain. Oh, man, for James Conner in a first down. I hope so, Theory. Crossing my fingers. Burrell Bike says, can we do an 8-yard drinking game? A drinking game. Yeah, so I mean, what? We would be, what, to like 4 or 5 shots by now? Crazy. Give us Peyton Manning, please. It would be nuts. But we'll see. If the Chargers pulled out all the stops for anybody to come in and be their QB coach, I would hope it's Phillip Rivers. I'm also really happy with Shane Day. I'm also really happy with Shane Day as the Chargers QB coach right now, too. So not a huge necessity, but the Chargers need something, man. I feel like, again, here's where I was sitting, okay, when the Chargers were getting ready for their new head coach hire, all right? Stupidly, yeah, I was hyping up a little bit of the, what's his name now? It eludes me. Urban Meyer, right? I was like, Urban Meyer's got a crazy, history, blah, blah, blah. He was one of those guys I talked about, but not my top guy, okay? Let's all put that out there. Not my top guy at all. And, of course, that blew up in Jacksonville. We don't want to talk about that ever again. The other guy I was hoping for was, of course, Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll was the number one coaching candidate that I was pushing for that entire offseason. I was like, we need an offensive coordinator. These are different times. We are in different. This is 2022, the year of the offense. We got a passing offense with Coach Daboll, Justin Herbert. Forget about it. We're moving in the right direction. Of course, that didn't happen. And instead, we pivoted to a defensive coordinator in terms of, a defensive-minded head coach. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I like the way this guy thinks. He thinks analytically. He uses data. He finds, the modern thinking of football to drive that team forward. And for the first season, it kind of worked. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Of course, there are some instances that it blew up in our faces, but it was kind of cool to see games called that way. Then this season, where it feels like, I don't know, the brave part of those following the analytics mindset fell off. And when I mean brave part, there are going to be situations where it's tough, right? We saw a lot of that last season with the fourth down decisions, but there's a lot more decisions that play a factor in this, right? Formations that you run out in, personnel, testing the deep ball, things like that contribute to the brave style of play calling. That kind of went away, and I don't know why. It feels like the analytics are still following the short game, which is really not working. It still feels like on defense we're playing very soft in our coverage. Sometimes we'll see games where they try to throw in the blitz here and there, but man, the things that made that particular mindset exciting have gone, and all that's been left behind are the crumbs. And I am not about it at all. And in that time, of course, again, I was pushing Daboll like crazy because I was like, dude, the defense will handle their own. We got Derwin. We got some great minds back there. Heck, now Vic Fangio's out there if we need another DC. But the offense is in such a bad spot. And I cannot help but believe that an offensive-minded head coach operating this team would use these rare, once-in-a-lifetime weapons like Justin Herbert in a much different way. And on top of that, the defense ain't that good either. Here comes, speaking of which, first carry after commercial. 1st and 10. It's going to be a carry for about 5-6 yards. We're looking at 2nd and medium. 2nd and 6. Herbert deserves a better team. I think Herbert deserves better coaching, first off. And yeah, some different weapons. Nothing against Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. We are lucky to have those two on this team, and I'm very excited to see what they can do in the future with a little bit better run offense. But he also needs some speed wideouts, man. Just thinking about what he could do with what Miami has in Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, makes me sick, right? Like physically ill, I'm so excited. It's going to be a pass, by the way, 5 yards, 3rd and short coming up. And what's crazy is that those two quarterbacks would benefit greatly from the other wide receiver archetypes they have in the opposite team. Justin Herbert in the big arm would benefit greatly from those speed wideouts. And Tua Tagovailoa, he doesn't have the biggest arm in the world. Of course, it doesn't matter when you have speed wideouts like that. But when you have possession receivers and receivers like Keenan Allen that can get open, that benefits those kind of quarterbacks a lot too. Now, of the two archetypes, what's better for all quarterbacks as an archetype? Of course, your speed wideouts, but still, it's kind of fun to think about. 3rd and 6. Oh, it was incomplete, by the way. And Kyler Murray tries to escape the tackles. He gets 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks. He's on the run. Kyler Murray fires on the run. It goes incomplete, 4th down. Chargers got to stop. Wow. It'll still be a field goal. But 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks evaded. We expected something like that from Kyler today. Wow, 4 missed sacks. Chargers cannot tackle today. Khalil Mack trying to chase him down, forces the pass, so good on Khalil, but holy cow, dudes. Announcers are laughing right now. Hey, shut up! That was tough to watch. You don't have to rub it in. Stop! Here comes the kick. It's up and good. 10-0 is your score. Wow. Red says, just came in. What's going on with our team? Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff's going on. Take your ibuprofen right now, man. That's all I'm telling you. The headaches and heartburn are on the way. This is tough, dude. It's tough. It is tough. The announcers are such Chargers haters. You know what's strange, Hugo? That I did not expect until I started really paying attention to it. Maybe 4 or 5 years back. Maybe even way later than that. I don't know. It's hard to find announcers that are like not complete. What's a PG word for this? Donkeys. When it comes to their bias against the Chargers. Isn't that weird? It was especially weird when I was a younger fan, only a few years into it, and Dan Fouts had some things to say about the Chargers that I didn't appreciate either. What's up with all these announcers, man? What did San Diego ever do to you back then? And now Los Angeles. I get it. All right? Maybe Dean Spanos is getting around and all. No announcer's wife is safe, but my goodness, we could use some optimism in the mic, please. Yeah, Fouts threw me off hard, man. Because when I first started watching the Chargers, this is back in 08-ish. One of the first things I did to learn about the team a bit better is I went and bought a DVD in the history of the Chargers, and it talked a lot about Dan Fouts and all those guys, and it was cool. It was cool. And of course, you know, being so fresh in it, I didn't recognize his voice the first time I heard him. Then I saw his big bearded face on TV, and there it showed right in the bottom of the screen Dan Fouts, and I was like, this guy seems like maybe he's holding something against the Bolts. What happened? Wait a minute, Dan Fouts is... Stop, Dan! You're one of the greatest Bolts ever. Don't change my opinion on it. He's gotten better. He's gotten better the last 10 years. But man, dudes. Whoo! You missed the 2006 season? I wouldn't say that. I usually say 2008 because that's when I really declared being a Chargers fan. But my family didn't really watch sports. They did, but they were from other countries. I started kind of watching football in 2005. 2006 is when it kind of grabbed my interest, but I wasn't a Chargers fan yet. I was a heck of an LT fan, which is one of the biggest reasons I became a Chargers fan. But I hadn't decided I was a Chargers fan yet. I wasn't really like dedicated to the NFL or nothing, but I was watching it pretty regularly. And then around 2008, I was in San Diego, not during the season, and I saw all the Chargers stuff everywhere. I found a really big appreciation for LaDainian Tomlinson after a couple years of dominancy in that age, and Junior Seau is actually a football player that my family kind of knew about too, so that made it kind of easy. But yeah, it was long time ago. Leo Ramos says at this point, 0-10, first quarter should just be assumed for every Chargers game. Yeah, what's crazy is that the last two first quarters are pretty good. Bombs to DeAndre Carter and Josh Palmer. But there's always that one quarter, right? We'll be lucky if we get that one quarter today. It's just the one quarter. Chargers find their rhythm starting now in the second quarter. What did Dan Fouts say? It's like, it's not what he says. Sometimes he'll say things, but for the most part, it's how you say it. You know, it's like the what are they called? The Real Housewives. Not that I would know. You know, just the gossip, because it's like, oh yeah, I love that haircut. It's a very brave haircut. You know what I mean? Just having the confidence to walk out every day with that haircut just makes me think more of you as a person with that bravery that you're putting in display. It's just like, okay. Passive aggressiveness is starting to sting and burn a little bit. It's in the air. My eyes are starting to burn. 2nd and 2 coming up for the Chargers, by the way. Yeah, the O-line not holding up very well. 2nd and 2. Justin Herbert fires over the middle. It's batted. It's batted again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Wow, dudes. We've not had a single drive all game where we weren't facing a 3rd down in the first pocket of snaps. This is painful. Connor's 12 yards away from a season best per really? We're a quarter and we're like just over a quarter in. Hey, dude. Justin Herbert's overhyped. Nah, dude. Nah. Justin Herbert don't have anything to do with this. If you're a casual fan, yeah, I can see how that's the case here, but there are so many layers to this, dude. Justin Herbert far away from being the problem. 3rd and 2. Justin Herbert steps back, fires underneath, and it's going to be complete. Finally, Josh Palmer getting involved here. It'll be a first down. Is that the first down of the game for the Chargers? Is it the first down? I thought we maybe got one in the first quarter. But this might be the first down of the game, and it comes on a short route from Josh Palmer. Hey. All the coaches need to get fired. What's crazy is that if Sean Payton came to the Chargers, you know who's one of the only guys I think stays? Joe Lombardi. They work together in New Orleans. But what's good about that, a lot of people are like, wait, no, I don't want Sean Payton anymore. Sean Payton and Joe Lombardi, their relationship, Joe Lombardi was a quarterback's coach back then in New Orleans. He wasn't calling plays. You know who was calling plays back then? Not the OC. It was Sean Payton. Sean Payton did with the New Orleans Saints what Brandon Staley does now with the Chargers defense. He calls the defensive plays. So even if Joe Lombardi remains as the OC, it's going to be Sean Payton calling the plays. They were doing a replay. Number 20 was shaken up a little bit. 1st and 20 or 1st and 10 coming up for the Chargers. Yeah, do not like Joe Lombardi. But if it's Sean Payton calling the plays, then whatever. He can be puppet Lombardi for a while in LA. I wouldn't mind that. 1st and 10. Chargers first down in the game, maybe. Who knows? We've got Xander Horvath in at fullback. He's going to line up in the tight end position. Justin Herbert trying to find some time. Fires underneath. It's Austin Eckler who snatches that ball out of the air. It was thrown really far in front of him. I thought it was going to be incomplete, and somehow that arm got out there like Michael Jordan in the Looney Tunes movie in Space Jam. Just his arm stretched unnaturally. Picked up that pass. 2nd and 4, though. It all amounts to 6 yards. Trevor Warhurst says, hey, director, I don't know if you watch college football. Or is it Canadian football? But there are some serious talent wide receivers. Any pique your interest? You call it college ball, right? Or Canadian football. Either way, I was actually going to post this the other day. I wish so badly with all my heart that I could latch on to another sport, even college football. I can't. It's all Chargers for me. Here comes the next pass over the middle. It's Josh Palmer. And Palmer fumbled. It looks like Michael Bandy got it, but I think he was down. It looks like he was down before the ball came out, like well down. But there's a fight for the ball at the bottom of the pile. Cardinals have it, but he looked like he was down. They're going to say it's a fumble. Really? Okay. Coach Staley, I need you to wind up that arm a little bit, right? Toss that. Toss the flag. I'm looking at the replay. Josh Palmer, it's in his hand. Oh, my God. It's a fumble. Never mind on that. What happened? The ball comes out. You're like, he's obviously down, right? He was in that motion. He looks like he's like kneeling. He's down. It's like a freaking Houdini. He's just levitating, like a full half yard, just levitating his knees, like. Anybody know any good rituals? Anybody got one of them hexes, them books, voodoo? I don't care. I'm not picky. We need to send some magic to LA or Arizona. I'm in awe. I'm in shock. I had a pretty good feeling about this game too, which blows. Previous 2 games, I was like, yeah, we're probably going to lose them. I mean, I was optimistic that we wouldn't. Hopefully we don't. But I said, yeah, there's a good chance we lose these games. Today I was like, hey, man, we're going up against the Cards. Bad passing defense. They're 4-7. Chargers are getting a little healthier. I think we look good. We turned a corner last couple of weeks with our offense. I think let's go out there. Let's win this game. Now again, the game's far from over, even with this standing as a fumble. But like, my goodness, give me something to live for. This is, ugh. I gotta wash this nasty taste of Lombardi out of my mouth. I can't right now, man. Account C with the $1 holla. Thank you so much. He's trying to toss us a life preserver. Welcome to reality. I mean, I've been a Chargers fan for what, 10, 15 years. Had my pocket of reality for a while. But this is cruel misconduct in terms of the coaching right now. And that was just bad luck, I suppose, on the fumble. Got to hold on to it. I can't really blame Palmer. He had a good grip on that ball. But midair, that big guy gets that not even peanut punching. He's stripping that thing out. I don't know what to tell you. I do not know what to tell you. Can you stream yourself playing Modern Warfare instead? If I fired up a gaming stream, you know what you guys would see? You guys would see Apex Legends. What? Hey, dudes! It was a fumble. But Michael Bandy got it first. Yo! Thank you. All right, Chargers ball, baby. We're back in business. Call isn't overturned. It's rolled the fumble, but they called Michael Bandy as the man recovering it, not the Cardinals defender. Kyle, the $10 holla says, at least my hopes for the season that I keep finding hope can now be buried. I'm done next year. Hey, Kyle, wait until we see what we do with this first down. Then maybe we'll jump on that with you. Matt Maroney with the $10 holla. We'll come back at that in just a second. 1st and 10 for the Chargers after that call. Wow. Turn of events. Justin Herbert fires underneath. It's Austin Eckler. Can he get the first? He's very close. He may have gotten it. Matt Maroney's with the $10 calamity. An event causing great and often sudden damage or distress or disaster. The calamity. We're going to add that. We're going to snatch that up, put it in our pocket, and add it to our vocabulary for the Chargers officiating here. Thank you so much there, Matt Maroney. Kyle, for the $10 hollas. Even in a game like this, I appreciate the love. 2nd and 1, by the way, coming up for the Chargers. Only one Stezo says, Chargers hype was fun while it lasted. We'll see. I mean, they took a quarter off. Can they do something with this drive? I don't know. They're all of a sudden at the 30. Here comes a carry. It's Joshua Kelly back in action. He's going to get about half a yard. It'll be 3rd and very, very short. Eric Black with the $5 says, to think Peyton could coach the loser of next game this season. This is crazy. Yeah, his top 2 choices were Arizona and Los Angeles. Keep that in mind. We'll talk about that more in just a second. Here comes the first down by the Chargers on the QB sneak. And the Chargers very close to the red zone all of a sudden. Come on, Bolts. Let's scrape something together. We got this. Come on, baby. So yeah, Eric Block with the $5 holla.
My hopes for the season that I keep finding hope for can be buried now. SMHM done. Next
Oh my
year.
God, they didn't just do that. Thank you again so much for the $10 holla. They just put up a measure of Justin Herbert and Kyler Murray. And it looks like
an event causing great and often sudden damage or distress, a disaster.
Whee! Literally, that's hilarious. Thank you guys so much for the $10 hollas. That's a good point, Eric. We'll come back to that in just a second. Here comes Justin Herbert on the play action. Herbert steps forward, uses that athleticism to try and throw open Joshua Kelly, which he does, and picks up another first down. Hey, Tara and company, you were right. That athleticism, why not use it? It doesn't mean you have to scramble for 10, 15 yards, put your quarterback in danger. It just means you can help extend plays just a little bit. Jeez. Now, if you guys didn't know this, Coach Payton is linked to 2 teams right now. I think there was an argument for the Cowboys at one point, but those have kind of hushed down a bit. It's the Cards and the Chargers. I mean, one of these teams could be coached by Coach Payton next season. You never know. 1st and 10, Chargers. Can they turn this game around in this quarter? Justin Herbert, empty backfield. He's going to step forward. He's running for it. Justin Herbert on the sideline. He's going to step out of bounds with 3 yards to score. All right, you know what? All this about, getting guys open, that's fine. You can run too, but it's got to be a safe run like what we just witnessed. Keep yourself protected. Justin Herbert can't find a lot of threats over top, so he's going to take off underneath. Maybe help the offense or the defense second guess themselves in terms of who's taking the ball. Justin Herbert, the running back? I don't know. First and goal. Justin Herbert carrying this team right now on his back in terms of the offense. Defense not helping much this game either. First and goal. Eckler in. Here comes the pass underneath, and guess who? That is a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen. Welcome back to the Bolts. Oh. Feels so good. Welcome back, number 13. Oh. Let's go, Keenan. Let's go. Danny Fan back with the 150 dong. Let's go. Thank you so much, Danny. The tradition is alive and well, and Keenan Allen scores his first touchdown in what seems like forever. Hugo said, by the way, should we lose this game? Do you think we threw it on purpose for Sean Payton? Nah. If your name is Brandon Staley, the last thing you want to do is start throwing games, I think. Oh, Keenan Allen, 13's in the chat. Let's go. We needed that. Chargers close the lead to 3. Is this going to be the formula from now and forever? Hey, man. We're going to suck for a quarter. We're going to get them to lower their guard. Like, hey, man, this team's dog water. We can do whatever we want. Let's have a coffee break on the sideline on defense and just kind of see how it unfolds. And by the time they're all nice and cushy and comfortable, here comes Justin Herbert. Ready to start slinging it out there and putting up points. Oh, God. We're thrown off guard. Is that the formula? Is that the strategy? It's a bold move, Cotton. It's a bold move. Tara says, curious director, if the Bolts were to lose to the Cards, would someone get fired? Or would they hold off until the end of the season no matter what? Now, I would say it's like a 50-50 chance if you split all the teams in half. I think this half of teams would do that and this half of teams wouldn't. I would actually put the Chargers in this part where they probably wouldn't do that. Because the Chargers, they just don't really do much in the middle of a season. Very rarely do they do anything. And when it comes to coach firing, I mean, we saw... who was it? We saw a coordinator fired once, I think, in memory, in the last couple of years. So maybe we see a coordinator go down. It could be Joe Lombardi. Who knows? But if I had to put money on it, I would guess that they wait. But you never know. Byronic coming in 2014. He says, $2 holla instead of a Bolt stream. Let's have a group cry. Nah, there's no crying in football. No. Instead of a Bolt stream. No. Even if we lose, I couldn't put you guys out there in the rain all by yourselves. I'll be here every game. But I agree. Maybe one of these days we throw in a stream that's less stressful. Maybe we do just fire up the Apex Legends. Talk a little Chargers on the side. But it's tough because Apex is one of those games that if you're not locked in mentally, you're going to get shredded. So if half of me is on the game and half of me is on the Chargers, I'm just going to go out there and I'd be kaput. All right, dudes, give me 2 seconds here. We'll be right back, or the Cardinals are going to get back on offense. Give me a sec. We're back. Somebody in the chat, please show us the game. I would. But YouTube would come in with one of these. You know what this is? Okay, this is from Apex Legends, but this is what we'll call the ban hammer. They'd come in, they'd put a quick end to that. Real quick. Then director. Curtains on director. Here comes the scramble by Kyler Murray. Fires it on the run. And nobody's home. Second down coming up. Director, you should play Let Loose instead of Apex. I wasn't much of a shooter game guy other than like Halo and stuff until Apex came around. And man, I love Apex. I'm pretty good at Apex, too. I'll say that. I'm not bad. I'm not great. But I'm pretty good. Pretty good. Kyle with the $5 haul says, Director, I need the don't give me hope meme from the Hawkeye. Don't give me hope, please. We'll do it in person. Save ourselves a little bit of time. 2nd and 10 coming up. Rando Blends says, what's up with G7? What's funny is that's a gun in Apex. I'm going to stop with the Apex. Here comes 2nd and 10. Kyler Murray fires to the sideline, and man, it is brought in. Marquise Brown, much more involved in his first game back from IR than I would have anticipated. But it's still 3rd and short. 3rd and short. What's up with G7? Was he inactive this game? Let me actually go check the popper real quick. No, he wasn't listed inactive. He should be in. Maybe he's on a snap count. Who knows? Have you played Overwatch? I've thought about it, okay? I don't know if I want to commit myself to another shooter. I spend way too much time on Apex as it is. And what's crazy... Nah, we won't get into Apex too much. But maybe one of these days I'll give it a shot. 3rd and 1 is likely going to be a handoff to Connor up the middle. In motion is their tight end, number 85. Here comes Connor. No, it's actually a keep for Kyler Murray. Oh, Chargers got to stop. Chargers got to stop. He did not get it. It's going to be 4th and very short. Will the Cardinals go for it? Where are they on the field? Yeah, they're at the 34-yard line of their own side of the field. That'd be pretty risky. If I were them, I would be a bit confident that we convert this just because the run defense is so bad. But, I mean, they're at such weird field position that maybe you don't risk it and you go for the punt. Kyler Murray was falling forward. He is short. He is short, about half a yard short. Are they going to punt it? They're going to go for it. Chargers, you gotta fire every gap here, man. Do not jump off sides, neither. 4th and 1, Kyler Murray. He snaps it. It's James Conner. Nope, he keeps. Kyler Murray has to toss it over the top, and it is intercepted! Derwin James is back. 2 turnovers today, and James is the star of the day of this show so far. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. And Derwin James with his 2nd takeaway is leading this defense to all the promised lands. Let's go, Bolts. Let's go. An interception and a forced fumble. Same game. Wow. Wow. Of course, Derwin could have batted that away, give us an extra 20 yards or so, but still. Chargers ball. He wanted to make sure that DeAndre Hopkins couldn't make a play on that. We're all worried about D-Hop and what he can do in the passing game. So you know what the Chargers do? They line him up versus our best defensive player in Derwin James. And good things happen. Derwin James! Let's go, number 3! Let's go! 1st and 10 coming up. Chargers. He's going to pass underneath the Keenan Allen, who is wide open. Soft coverage versus him. It's going to be 2nd and short coming up. Maybe even first. It was a first down. First down, Chargers. Wow. That's an Owen Wilson. And that's a wow. Wow, Derwin. Wow. 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 Big plays by number 3, baby. Let's go. Maybe that'll be the next jersey we give away. If you guys don't know this, we're running a giveaway right now. Yeah, we're running a giveaway right now. Get sub to the channel. And hit up the link in the description for a Justin Herbert jersey. Here comes 1st and 10. Justin Herbert. He's going to fire underneath. It's Austin Eckler. Eckler finds some space. Still on his feet somehow. Picks up the first down and a little extra. First down, Chargers, and they're back in rhythm. Arizona 34-yard line, and the Bolts are threatening yet again. Red coming in for 15 months. He says, Director, I'm at work. That's why I'm ghosting, watching, counting on you to keep me updated. Let's go, Bolts. We're here for you, baby. We'll put a cap on the Apex stuff. Let's go. Healthy offensive drive so far. Big takeaway by Derwin James twice this game. The Bolts sitting around field goal range right now. Can they punch it in for another touchdown? Try and take the lead here. Chargers, one spotlight of light on them right now on the offense. Justin Herbert's going to have to toss it underneath again. It's Isaiah Spiller. Isaiah Spiller running up the sideline. Picks up 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and long. Build up that momentum. Build up that momentum. 2 will go in, only 1 will survive. The battle royale to end all royales. Hello, Everett. Are you there, buddy? I think Everett might be on a pitch count. I think Everett. Again, I'm not looking for number 7, though. You guys help me out with G7. Is he out there on the field? Spiller doesn't suck. Spiller's been great in the snaps that he's had the past couple of weeks. 2nd and 8. Again, there's like one beam of light down in the Chargers offensive line right now. And they're going to let a lot of pressure, but it doesn't matter. Justin Herbert on the back foot gets it off to Austin Eckler, who picks up a first down and then some. There is a flag, however. It would be like a first down on this Cardinals like 25-yard line. We're waiting to see what the flag is. But the Chargers able to get the first down if the flag is against the Cardinals. Come on, baby. Ooh, Jexy says Corey Linsley might be out. Will Clapp is in. That's not good. Illegal block in the back. We're back. It'll be second and what now? Second down again. Chargers picked up a spectacular first. What is the distance now? What's the distance to convert? I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure about that one. They say illegal block in the back. I'm actually not sure about that. I'm not an expert on flags. But that looks like maybe not the best one I've seen today. It seemed pretty suspicious. Suspect. Second and 9, by the way. So not terrible, but it would have been a nice first down. Chargers need to try and shake it off and pick up the first despite that. Joshua Kelly, and here comes the heat. Justin Herbert fires on the run after stepping up. Guess who's open? It's number 1, DeAndre Carter. Yeah, it doesn't matter about that fly, baby, because that is a Chargers touchdown. DeAndre Carter. And the Bolts are on top all of a sudden. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Trey Pipkins is on the ground. Ugh. Bittersweet as the Bolts take the lead. 13-10 is your score. 14 pending the extra point. DeAndre Carter in the chat, please. Number ones. Let's go. DeAndre Carter does it again. Oh, okay. We're waiting to see what happens to Trey Pipkins. I think we elevated Foster Sorrell to the active roster, though, so I think that he'll be the guy to back up that right tackle position if something were to happen there. Yeah, DeAndre Carter, man. Like, literally nobody back there. Nobody back there as far as safety. He just had a wide open touchdown. Justin Herbert. And again, something that will always go overlooked in those plays. Justin Herbert had to have the perfect step to remain on his feet for that play. He had to step perfectly up into the pocket on the left side, found himself just enough time to wind up, puts it perfectly on the nose of DeAndre Carter, and that's a touchdown right there. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Justin Herbert is far and away from the problem. Justin Herbert, we are lucky to have that man on this team. Dougie Fresh, what's going on? He says, I know Peyton's interested in both teams, but if I feel like we win today, or I feel like if we were to win today, he'll be more interested in coaching us rather than the Cardinals. I feel like, yeah, there's something to that, right? I'm sure maybe he's even there right now. If he's there, which if he's interested in both these teams, he should definitely be at this game. If he's there, maybe it does play into effect like, okay, I'd much rather coach the Chargers. But honestly, as good as Kyler Murray is, because he is a good quarterback. Kyler Murray's a good quarterback. He offers you a lot, especially with his mobility. As good as he is, Justin Herbert's just way better. And if you were just, I think it's been pretty apparent in what Sean Payton has been saying over the last several months that he's just foaming at the mouth to get his hands on number 10. But again, that's a conversation for another day. Right now, our coach is Brandon Staley. And he's, again, just because we're talking a lot about Sean Payton, and I actually think it would be a great move for the Chargers. Doesn't mean I'm completely abandoning Brandon Staley. I hope he figures it out. But we've been saying that how many weeks in a row? You know what I mean? At some point, maybe you pivot just a little bit. And I've been slowly baby pivots over the last several weeks. And now I'm just like, yeah, if we can get Payton, go get Payton. But right now, we're rooting for you, Brandon Staley. We're hoping that you sort things out. Oh, no, Storm Norton time. No, I don't think Storm Norton's actually the backup right now. I think it's Foster Sorrell. Yeah, Storm is inactive today. Actually, let me double check that for you guys real quick. Storm Norton is inactive today, so Foster Sorrell is your backup. Foster Sorrell is your backup if Trey Pipkins cannot come back out on the field. So 14-10 is your score. 4:28 left in the first half. Can the Chargers hold them to maintain the lead before the Cardinals get the ball back on offense in the second half. How's Foster? Decent. He's better than Storm, is all I'll say. Is he amazing? No. Is he terrible? No. Is he good? Borderline. I would say he's maybe just beneath average, right? Maybe closer to average on the bottom side. You guys know what I'm saying. He's not good, but he's definitely not as bad as Storm Norton. Yeah, Norton not even suited up. Better than Storm, same level as Pipkins in my opinion. I think Pipkins is better, definitely, but we're in a much better situation with Foster if we're going on what we saw last week, or the last time we saw that lineup there. 1st and 10, it's a carry. It's James Conner, who we thought would be down at the 2. Instead, he is down, or after 2. Instead, he's down after about 6. It'll be about 6-yard pickup, 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up. Yeah, let's make another play here. Palm Tree is coming back. Says $5. Hey, want to give a shout out to Jose, the Cardinals fan, for being classy. You're welcome here. Good luck, Cards, but only after this game. I love that, dudes. Doing this job, right? There's so many perks I can't even, describe. Here comes a deep shot for Kyler Murray. It's going to be incomplete. Well out of bounds. 3rd and 5 coming up. There's a lot of perks, obviously. This is a dream job. Absolutely love what I do here. But you got to grow a pretty thick skin. Because you're only going to run into a pocket of classy fans on the opposite side. For the most part, oh my goodness, dudes. Thousands upon thousands of insulting BS comes through my inbox every single week. And there's a lot of them on the chat that you'll never see because they get filtered out. But for some reason, YouTube still sends them to me. So I'm like, oh, that's concerning. Better not show your face in the parking lot. Okay, all right. All right, we'll be careful. 3rd and 5, underneath pass. It's going to be a 1st down Cardinals. Looks like number 82. But yeah, running into those classy fans, always a good time. I'm always excited to see somebody, even if we don't have the same team, someone I would like to get a beer with. You know what I mean? Watch the games. There's a flag, by the way, on this play, by the way. Flag on the play. 3:40 left to play. Illegal use of hands to the face defense. It's declined. It'll be a 1st down. So shout out to Jose, the classy Cards fan. Yeah, it is what it is. You got to grow kind of a thick skin once you get enough, I would say, big enough of a following. Because no matter what you're doing, you could be Jesus Christ on YouTube and still people would chuck stuff at you. You know what I mean? Just got to grow a thick skin. Try and ignore it. For the most part, I feel like I've gotten there. Doesn't bother me too much. 1st and 10. Here comes another carry for James Conner, who, again, I thought might be down behind the line of scrimmage. Instead, he's going to pick up 5 or 6 yards. 2nd and medium coming up. Any Joey Bosa news? No, and it's starting to concern me a little bit. I was really feeling strongly about Joey Bosa being back next week versus the Raiders. That's 10 weeks from that groin injury, and we haven't heard anything yet. I was hoping that he would get some practice in this week. Maybe not play this game, but be ready for next week. Who knows anymore? Who knows? 2nd and 6. Kyler Murray. It'll be play action. Here comes the nickel. Bryce Callahan with the heat. Kyler Murray has to get it out. And it's going to be tackled short. Big Pride. He's going to be tackled for maybe a yard gain. 3rd and 5 coming up. This Juan. I almost read that out loud. But I agree. They mentioned he was back in the building, should be practicing soon. Yeah, that's what I heard too. But like a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if that's a recent update too there. I heard that he was back in the building like 2-3 weeks ago. And yet I haven't seen anything yet. So I'm hoping. I'm still very much so hoping that he plays versus the Raiders. That's where I would want him back. Tommy says, where's the haters now? I feel ya. Bolt up, baby. Thank you. 3rd and 5. Can the Chargers get a stop? Thank you again, Tommy. Miguel says, Corey Linsley being evaluated for head injury and Trey Pipkins a knee injury is questionable to return. Chargers just got flagged for too many men on the field. Brandon Staley looks like he just walked in on his parents having sex. His face cannot believe it. And it is a 1st down Cards. Man, dudes. First and 10. Cards got the ball at the 48. Man, you cannot do that, dudes. You cannot do that. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning, by the way, where the Chargers need to try and hold strong and maintain this lead because, again, they get the ball at half. They get the ball at half. Thank you so much, Hugo, for the confirmation there. Yeah, Chargers down 2 offensive linemen. Will Clapp, Foster Sorrell, could be worse, but I would definitely prefer Corey Linsley. Corey Linsley, dude, is one of those difference makers that you would never guess. That you would never guess is as good as they are. How much impact that they have on the offense. You would never guess it. You would never guess it. All right, guys, give me a second. We're at commercial break. 2-minute warning. We'll be right back. I'm not going to be gone long. Give me a few seconds here. All right, we're back. We're back. Hey. Now, the Cardinals only at the 47-yard line. They got 2 minutes to work with, all timeouts. One of the more curious things that I've been noticing throughout this season, too, is the lack of, use of our timeouts in the first half as well. When you got a quarterback like Justin Herbert, you should use them, right? So if the Chargers can find it within themselves to get a stop here, they should be able to have a little bit of time to work with. But a lot of it depends on what the Cardinals do on these first few snaps. Come on, defense. Remember that 14-2 Chargers game or team? Pepperidge Farm remembers. First and 10 Cardinals. They're in some kind of weird strong formation. 2 blockers, like a double fullback set. And it doesn't mount to much. Brendan Fayoko gets in there past the 2 fullbacks, and it's a stop for about half a yard. Clock is ticking, however. You're going to see about 1:30 in the next snap. All right. Oh, wait. They're going to stop the clock. There is a downed player on the field. Who is it? Come on. Please don't be another Charger. Brandon Staley's shrugging his shoulders. Oh, it's because he took the timeout. So there's an injury timeout, but Brandon Staley took one anyway. I mean, I guess I asked for more timeouts to be used. Who's down, though? Who's down? Who's down? Yeah, Fayoko, dude. Fayoko in there. It looked like, so they had the fullback in there, and then they had a tight end lined up in front of the fullback. Both those guys blocking for the running back, and Fayoko still got through for the stop. I guess they're just not going to show us who's down. We're just going to live in anxiety for the rest of this game, hoping to see, like, all our big numbers on defense. Come on, man. Okay, where's number 3? 52, 9, 26. 2nd and 10. Bunch formation for the Cardinals. Here comes Kyler Murray. He's going to toss it way over the middle, and that's going to be complete. Holy crap. DeAndre Hopkins. Who was on him? Mike Davis. But DeAndre Hopkins finding the one little nudge in between the zones. And he's going to find himself a big completion for a first down. No, Mike Davis wasn't on. Mike Davis was on him. Derwin James tried to close in on it. And DeAndre Hopkins instead gets, like a 25-yard conversion there? Big play. Wow. Big play. Big play. 1st and 10. Here comes a carry for number 30. And he's going to pick up about 5 yards. Bit of contact after he was down. Chargers could have been flagged for that. And now there's a little fight going on in the sideline. Who is that? 68, cool off. Go on the sideline, have a Capri Sun. Please, 2nd and 6. It's Beachum, the left tackle. Or the right tackle, Beachum. 2nd and 6. James Conner lining up at receiver at the bottom of the screen. Kyler Murray, empty backfield. 2nd and 6. Can the Chargers get a stop here? 44 seconds left. Murray's going to toss it deep to the sideline. And it is too far for Marquise Brown, who had a step on Bryce Callahan. You know how there's like pocket squares and stuff that you keep in your nice suits? I'm going to keep one of these in there. Just to dab off during these games. Like, glad to not see any illegal contact there. 3rd and 6 coming up. Now, there is like something 40 seconds left. Not enough for the Chargers to work a drive of their own, so we just got to hope that they get a stop here and try and maintain the lead going into the half. Hopefully the defense can get a 3-and-out here. And it looks like a timeout. It was called by the Cardinals, which time was running out. Zeros on the clock there for the play clock. 3rd and 6 coming up after the timeout. 40 seconds left on the clock. Chargers don't need to call timeouts, so the Cards keep throwing the ball. Yeah, but I mean, like 40 seconds. You would probably need an interception and starting off at like at least the 35, 40-yard line to do anything with that. They got 2 timeouts left as well. JT Woods is in. Yeah, Nasir Adderley not playing this week. He's got it. He's dealing with an injury of his own, so the rookie's going to get some snaps. So just look for 22. Hopefully we see some flashes. Give us a little bit of hope in the 3rd-round pick. Pipkins is out of the blue medical tent working out left knee. Oh, thank you, Miguel. Thank you. Hopefully we get our right tackle back. Long drive here with the 2-minute warning for the offense of the Cardinals. Chargers defense getting a bit of a breather. Let's go. 3rd and 6. Got to get a stop, man. 3rd and 6. They're in field goal range now, but a sack or something would be huge. Here comes Kyler Murray, who's on the run. And he evades 2 tacklers. He's on the run. He's going to run out of bounds, maybe for the first down. It looks like they're going to give it to him. Khalil Mack was in pursuit. But that's what we had to worry about with Kyler Murray this game. Lots of scrambling, and the Chargers just don't have the speed to match. Maybe they do in K9, but K9 was kind of assigned to the contain, and he didn't have a chance to keep up with number 1. One of the fastest quarterbacks in the NFL. Yeah, he extended. He got the first down. 1st and 10 coming up. 1st and 10. Kyler Murray. 2 running backs at each side of him. It's going to be a handoff. No, it's a fake. It's a pitch. It was a fake and then a pitch to number 30, and it's going to amount to nothing. Tranquil in there for the stop. Number 30 gets to the sideline. It's going to stop the clock. But the Cardinals now at the Chargers 21. Do have a chance to take the lead here with 26 seconds, 2 timeouts. Chargers just got to hold strong. Got to hold strong. Got to hold strong. Good on Tranquil for good on Tranquil for getting out there. It was like a triple option. It was a triple option. Starting with the play action fake to the running back and then pitch to a second running back in the backfield. Drew Tranquil all over it for the stop. 2nd and 9. Kyler Murray, he's going to immediately step up and take off. Nobody in front of him. And Kyler Murray's going to pick up the first down with his feet. They're going to have to burn another timeout. 1 timeout left, and it'll be 1st and almost goal. 1st and 10 at the Chargers 12. Yeah, Kyler Murray's starting to gain some confidence with those legs. we're going to have to punish him a little bit more for taking off. Maybe give a bit of an incentive to stay in the pocket. Of course, really tough to tackle a guy who's played a lot of baseball. He's got them slides at 101%. He knows exactly what he's doing to make sure that he's down before making any contact with the defender. That's, again, one of the perks of a Kyler Murray. Knows how to move and knows how to not take as much contact as possible when sliding to down himself. Need to contain. Yeah, if I were the Chargers, again, especially in a situation like this, I know it's tough on your coverage, but you got to get someone out there to spy this man. And I feel like as much as people hate on K9 sometimes, he's fast. He's very fast. He's got a good change of direction. He's got a lot of things that would qualify him for that spy position. 1st and 10 for Kyler. They got one timeout left, but also 21 seconds, which is an eternity from this part of the field. 12 yards to score. Hopkins the first to the line. Cardinals break huddle, and here comes 1st and 10 for the Cards. 3 wide receivers at the top of the screen. DeAndre Hopkins alone at the bottom of the screen. Kyler Murray fires over the middle. It's going to be complete to Marquise Brown, covered by K9. It'll be about 5 yards there. And the Cardinals had to call their last timeouts. Now they've only really got time to fire into the end zone. Maybe get one play and a spike. But with 2nd down, it complicates things a little bit. Don't get me wrong, man. I'm not done with Kenneth Murray. I think K9 still has some time to play with the Bolts. Of course, maybe not working out as much as Chargers fans would have hoped in terms of a first-round pick we traded up for. But he does have speed. Just don't line him up in coverage, man. He really struggles in that situation, especially versus a speedy wideout like Marquise Brown. Any linebacker. I don't care what their name could be Brian Urlacher, and they're going to get burned every time. Bad away, don't just wait for the catch. That is a big part of it too, Hugo. We need to see some diving efforts here. 2nd and 3. Of course, with a team that struggles to tackle, that is a bit riskier. 2nd and 3. James Conner in the backfield. 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen. It's a fake. Kyler Murray running, scrambling. Nobody in front of him. Wide open space. He's going to take that in. Touchdown Cardinals. Wow. Hey, man, if it ain't broke, keep running with the QB. That was the biggest threat in our preview. Our biggest threat was always going to be DeAndre Hopkins. It was always going to be DeAndre Hopkins. And the Cardinals take the lead. They're going to get the ball at the second half as well. Your score 17-14 Cards. Still a whole second half of football left to play. Chargers kind of lucky to be in this situation, as a matter of fact, too. They looked like they had nothing in the first quarter. And the Bolts will get the ball back with 12 seconds left on the clock. Should have smacked him at the end of that run. Yeah, I've not seen a spy. I don't think that entire drive. I've not seen a spy. I don't know if the Chargers all about that spy game, but I don't think I saw any of that. I've seen a couple of contains, but the problem in containing a quarterback like Kyler Murray, which means that you got your 2 defenders on each side on the outside, trying to close that pocket around him instead of going straight forward for the sack. The problem with that is it leaves a lot of gaps in the middle, right? And if there's nobody defending that area, of course, if you're that fast, you're just going to take off with it. And not having a spy in there definitely contributed to that Chargers collapse on defense. Yeah, if it ain't broke. It wouldn't be a Chargers game without multiple runs with no punishment. And this time from the quarterback position, it's going to be especially hard to stop. Justin Herbert warming up on the sideline. He says, I don't give a crap if there's only 12 seconds left on the clock. I got an arm like John Elway. We're going to see if we can make something happen. DeAndre Carter's out there to return. Will we see him try it, or will we see them trying to maintain some clock here? I think it's almost safer just to try, like, just a kneel, a run, something, and get into the second quarter or second half. And Carter's not going to touch it. Chargers started at the 25, 12 seconds, 2 timeouts. If you get lucky, you get 3 out of this. You tie it up. But You got to draw up one of your best plays if your name is Joe Lombardi. Bad timeout by the Chargers? Yeah, it was a bad timeout. There's an injured player on the field. So I don't know why we took the timeout when it probably would have been called dead anyway. And here comes Justin Herbert. They're going to take a knee and go into the half. 14-17 Cards. And the Bolts will regroup and try and find an identity on defense to stop that run and try and maintain some momentum on the offense in the first half too. From the second quarter, I should say. Perkins getting beat up by Kansas City. Oh, yeah, dude, LA is not the same team as they were last year, the Rams. They're missing everybody. I think they're down Cooper Kupp. They're down Allen Robinson. They're down Matthew Stafford. They still got, what, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, but you can only do so much with that. Kyler ran the ball to the touchdown. Yeah, he did. It's going to be tough to stop. Well, guys, that's going to do it for the first half. We're going to take a quick break here in just a second. Quick reminders before we do jump into that. We are starting our first giveaway of the holiday season. If you guys want to get in on that, we are giving away this Justin Herbert brand new shiny Herbert jersey for our subscribers. Again, a thank you from me to you guys for all the support this season. It's been wild. It's been awesome. Thank you guys again for keeping this stream going. All you got to do to enter is hit up the link in the description. Follow the instructions. Super simple. It looks something like this. You know, there's a variety of different ways to enter here. Make sure you're subbed to the channel. That's a pretty big one. But you can also visit my gaming channel, which we're hoping to fire up here in the next maybe year or so. We got the Twitter. We got the Facebook, the Instagram. Several ways to enter for these points. All of these worth, you know, a different amount of entries. Super easy. You got 27 days left to do so. Just make sure you are subscribed. Only subs can win in a competition for that Herbert jersey. And, of course, we do giveaways and twos around here. We're also giving away this Khalil Mack jersey to one of my crew members. All you got to do to enter for this is be a member of my crew, and that is it. It is a thank you from me to you guys for all the support on that end. Super, super chill, you dudes. Thank you so much. And with that, we got a $10 holla coming in from Tommy Gunn. He says, we have people in the back for a reason. Chargers have been letting other teams get in easily. Have to at least stay where they are in the back just in case QB runs it. Yeah, for real. Yeah, the Chargers, again, it comes down to that spy concept. Got to figure out how to make sure there's people in that area to make sure he's not incentivized just to take off with it in open space. So thank you so much, Tommy Gunn, for the $10 holla. Should be a lot of fun out there, man. And yeah, super excited with that. So with that, quick shout out to the sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. If you guys haven't not yet entered, some good slates today to get in on. Let me actually go pull this up real quick. We hit a nice little win last week during the Thanksgiving portion of the NFL week. Nice little $60 right there. If you guys want to get in on the action, use code DIRECTOR to match your first deposit up to $100. All right, almost done here, fellas. We're going to take a 2 or 3 minute break right here. We're going to stretch our legs, grab a bathroom break, and meanwhile, we're going to give you guys over to our other sponsor, ExpressVPN, the best way to watch live NFL football, and at a very discounted price right now, might I add. With the NFL Game Pass, which you pair with this. We'll be right back in about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll start going over what we saw in the first half and see if there's anything the Chargers can do to grab some momentum back, because they sure as heck need it versus a scrambling quarterback like the Cardinals. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes after a word from our sponsor, ExpressVPN. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, okay, guys? Because we've got a serious problem. One I know almost each and every one of you struggle with every single year. How do I watch football? I simply want to watch football. Okay, let's Google it. I mean, look at this. Why does it have to be so complicated? NBC Sports, Sunday Ticket, Fox. Of course, I could just sign up for satellite TV for like $70+ a month. Then I could add a sports package with a hefty price tag of like $300. Wait, no. There's another option, sports fans. One that I discovered last year. One that guarantees I can watch every game I want without the fear of blackouts or channel surfing. And its name is NFL Game Pass. Right, so you're telling me that there's a service that allows me to watch any game I want with Red Zone, NFL Total Access, condensed replays, and NFL original content like Hard Knocks and even more? This is it. This is the answer. This is what I've been looking for. Oh, wait, except for one thing. You can watch all the games you want, but not live. But hang on, let me finish. There's a way around this. Using the NFL Game Pass in combination with this vital tool, a virtual private network, or VPN for short. Okay, I lost some of you guys, I can tell. Just wait. What is a VPN? Well, in layman's terms, it's a legitimate service that allows your internet connection to appear like it's coming from anywhere in the world. You see, certain apps and services are subject to a thing called
geo restrictions.
By using a VPN, we can bounce our signal from other parts of the world to grant us access to the NFL Game Pass to allow us to watch live games. But Director, are we sure this is legit? Quick Google search, completely legal. We did it! Guys, this is the answer. This is what I personally have been using for the last 2 years, and I felt it was finally time to share this method. This is an awesome way to navigate the NFL season, and one that I plan to use for the foreseeable future. And if you're like me and you want the best VPN provider out there, definitely check out ExpressVPN. I've tried a couple out. This is definitely the best one for streaming live NFL games. Now make sure you guys check out the link in the description to get 3 months off of ExpressVPN. And for a full and easy tutorial on how to set up NFL Game Pass using ExpressVPN, check out my tutorial video link in the description as well. Break the shackles of conformity and experience football the way it's supposed to be. It's football season, baby. No blackouts, no restrictions. Huge shout out to the sponsor, ExpressVPN. Again, if you guys missed out, NFL Game Pass right now is like pretty dang cheap considering that we're at the tail end of the season. Not a bad time to pick it up, especially if you're interested in the postseason as well as stuff like the offseason, free agency, the draft, etc., etc. Pretty good deal if you want to jump in on that and get ready for next season as well. But still plenty of football left to play. Make sure to use code DIRECTOR to get that nice deal that we secured for the Bolt fam. Should be a pretty good one. So guys, here we go. Second half of the Chargers versus, or I should say at the Cardinals. Let's take a look at the first half, though. How are we looking stat-wise? Justin Herbert, 144 yards, 2 touchdowns, looking like his old self. He's going to need to get a little bit more help in the pocket, though. 2 sacks for 11 yards already in this game, and a lot of pressure. Pocket constantly collapsing. Kyler Murray, on the other hand, 116 yards, touchdown, and an interception to start this one off. Not too bad, could be better. The interception certainly coming in clutch for the Chargers in this one. Rushing is a different story. I would say the same story. A story as old as time. 110 yards in the first half for the Arizona Cardinals. 38 in a score by Kyler Murray. 67 on 12 carries by James Conner. Things looking a little bit dicey out there. Let's grab this holla really quick in the chat, man. Hal W with the $20 holla. Let's hear it.
Way to call a timeout so the Cards can score. Another fine example of Chargers coaching.
$20 holla coming in from Hal. Thank you so much for the support on the channel, man. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's one of the big fumbles that we saw in the first half of the coaching. We see at 1 or 2 of those every game nowadays. Kind of becoming, thick-skinned about it. But at the same time, not something you like to see. For one, the timeout, maybe not necessary because of the downed player. And 2, with the Cardinals driving, maybe not the best idea. So we're hoping to see a bit of a cleaner game here throughout when it comes to the coaching, because I know Chargers fans may be a bit tired at some of the pokes and prods coming from the announcers in terms of the coaching the last couple of weeks. Not to mention the offense. The play calling in the first quarter, atrocious. Offense and defense, but particularly on that offense. We need to find something. We got to find something in terms of the Chargers getting some momentum in terms of the coaching, because right now it's not looking good. That's a good question I just saw in the comments, too. What about Gerald Everett? We don't know. He should be active this game, but so far no targets as far as I can see. Let's take a look here at the receiving, actually. So far, receiving, nothing for Gerald Everett so far. DeAndre Carter's leading us for 39 yards. Keenan Allen, 4 receptions for a touchdown as well. Looking pretty good. DeAndre Hopkins is having, as expected, a pretty good day. Already 54 yards and a touchdown in the first half on only 2 receptions. Got to watch out for him. I'm most concerned outside of DeAndre Hopkins about these speedy wideouts, though. Marquise Brown and Robbie Anderson, both of those speedy guys, tough to contain. It's tough. It's tough out there. 116 yards, but to the Chargers, 144 yards. 14-17. It couldn't get any closer so far. Derwin James on the fumble against James Conner, looking pretty good in the first half. Sebastian Joseph Day recovering the fumble. Michael Bandy keeping us alive in that fumble situation. In that situation, Chargers looking okay defensively. Could be a bit better in terms of containing the quarterback and the run, but outside of that, they've been all right. That's, again, probably going to be the story for the rest of the season as well. The Chargers defense looks good at times, but when that opponent starts running, whether it be the quarterback, running back, fullback, wide receiver, whatever, they're going to let up a ton of yards. Got to figure out a way to stop that. Isaiah Simmons is in there. It's been a battle. It's been a battle. Derwin James with the interception, too. Big moment in this game. He's having a big one today with the fumble and the interception. 2 turnovers for number 3. And with that, we're getting ready for the second half here. We're in commercial. We'll grab some comments. Wait for the broadcast to continue. But again, 14-17 your score, and the Cardinals will be receiving first here in the second half. Now, a lot of questions about Gerald Everett right now. The situation that I'm guessing, I'm spitballing here, is that Gerald Everett is likely on a snap count. He had a groin injury a couple weeks ago, did not play last week. And he's back again this week, but we haven't really seen much of 7, if at all, on the field. Certainly no targets right now. Got to figure out what they're doing in terms of their tight end contributions, because, again, the Cardinals, one of the not worst teams, but not very good versus the pass. Of course, 144 yards is not a bad result of that, but to see some contributions from the tight end would certainly help. That position needs to get more involved. We had a lot of hope at that position this season. Gerald Everett's been really solid when he's in. I think still on pace for a career year, but we were hoping to see Donald Parham a little bit more this season too, and he's just been injured all year long. I think now on IR for the Chargers. Maybe don't rule out a tight end at some point in the NFL draft next season. Could certainly use another weapon for the Chargers, but again, a lot of emphasis on the defense these past couple of years. Of course, that offensive line needed a lot of attention too with those first-round picks. But the Chargers at this point need a speed wide receiver and a tight end. I think they'll be looking okay, but you couldn't rule out another offensive lineman add. Right tackle is going to be a concern depending on what they want to do with Jamari Sawyer. They could move him to the right side. Guard could be a concern, you never know, but it could be worse on the offensive line. I think you got to start adding weapons for Justin Herbert to progress with over his time as a Charger in the next, decade or so. And he needs speed. If anything, you're looking at the Miami Dolphins. You're seeing Tua Tagovailoa with the noodle arm really doing a lot of work with those speed wideouts. Imagine what a guy like Justin Herbert with the arm of a John Elway could do with a Jalen Waddle at this point. You got to get in there and spend some capital and some speed. All right, dudes. Can we start committing to Murray running the ball more? He's missed a lot of reads. Let's make him throw the ball. That's exactly what we're saying out here. If you can force your opponent to throw the ball, you don't have to worry about that run defense so much. And that's going to be a rule for the rest of the season, right? It's going to be a rule for till the end of time unless the Chargers can address, get Jamal Williams back at some point. You got to find a way to incentivize them to pass the ball. And to do that, unfortunately, the added layer on top of this game is going to be the spy. You got to get someone out there to spy. K9, a lot of people hoping to see more from him in terms of a complete player. I feel confident that he can spy. He's got speed. He's got, agility. He's got that change of direction. Keep him on number 1. See if we can find a use for him in these drives, in this game in particular, and find a way to make Kyler Murray pass it. I've seen a lot of plays where K9's out there, but he's covering he's covering Marquise Brown, of all players. That's not going to work. You'll find more value out of him to spy him with the fast linebacker. So I don't know. That's just me. Thoughts on lining up Horvath at tight end? Not a bad idea, actually. Trey McKitty at this point struggling. We got upside in a guy like Horvath in run blocking, certainly. But he's also a very good pass catcher. I don't know if you guys remember, but the first couple of weeks this season, I think he had 2 passing touchdowns or receiving touchdowns. That's something you can work with. So, yeah, I've seen maybe 1 or 2 drives where 40 was lined up in your traditional tight end spot. Let's keep doing that, man. I'm actually kind of flabbergasted as to why we've not utilized number 40 more up to this point, because almost every time he's in there, it feels like he's making a difference. Got to get more playing time for Horvath. Director for head coach. That is a movie you do not want to watch. You'll see a lot of Madden mentality in there. That's about as much of the X's and O's I got in my playbook. Corey is out with a possible concussion. Hugo, thank you for the update. But Corey Linsley is a very important player to this team. And to see him out again, that is no bueno. That is no bueno. Second half is kicked off. It is a touchback for the Cardinals, and they'll start on the 25-yard line. First rule coming in with the $5 hosses. I'm tired of having the same old halftime feeling no matter what the score is. I really hope that things change this offseason. Me too. I feel like the Chargers have a lot of great pieces all over this roster. More than most teams in the NFL, if I'm being honest. They got to find some leadership to help clean things up. Get the best possible result out of the players you got on the field. Who won the first giveaway? They were emailed and contacted. As for the members, though, we may need to re-roll that one because I never heard back, so we might actually post that one. Here comes Kyler Murray again, running free. 1st and 10. That was, what, a 12-yard gain on the ground? Oh, my goodness, dudes. I'm still looking for a spy out there. It was a design quarterback run. He had a tight end blocking for him in front. And it's looking like the Cardinals coming right back with the run game via their quarterback in the second half. Yeah, that's not good. First play doesn't add a lot of confidence right now. Thank you again, First Rule, for the $5 holla. 1st and 10, Cardinals. Can the Chargers find some momentum on defense? Here comes a run. It's James Conner. Finds the... Oh, man, dude. 15, 20 yards on that gain. Chargers look like they were doing a good job at closing the edge there. And he just gets around anyway. Nobody's in front of him. He's going to pick up, 20 yards until finally getting taken down by Alohi Gilman. Holy cow! Stop the bleeding! Stop the bleeding! We need a surgeon out here, man. Oh, my goodness. The run game continuing to dominate for the Cards. 1st and 10 coming up. Yeah, missed tackles galore. The Cardinals already at the Chargers' 38, 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Here comes another carry by the running back, James Conner. And this time he only picks up a yard, maybe 2. It'll be 2nd and 9 coming up. Oh, man. Stop the bleeding. It's a festering wound at this point. Was it me? I never know you had one during the last giveaway. Sorry, Red, it was not. But again, I'm not giving away any names here yet because they only have a couple of weeks to claim. So we got to re-roll. Here comes 2nd and 9. They're getting into that field goal range now, dudes. Here comes another carry by Conner. Conner finds a little bit of room, but luckily only picks up about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and medium coming up at 36. 3rd and 6. James Conner now with a season-high 89 rushing yards. Previous season high was 69. And he still has a whole half to play, dudes. That's why, I was saying, if you have this guy in fantasy football, fire him up. As much as we love the Chargers and we can identify their strengths, we can also identify their weaknesses. And that's one heck of a weakness, that run defense. Here comes 3rd and 5. Big down right here. Can the Chargers get a stop? Chargers, Sebastian Joe today is pointing. He says, we got a false start. We got a false start. Hold everything. Everybody's pointing. Sebastian Joseph Day hopping around with that finger pointing. Hey, 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 hey. False start by the Cardinals. We're going to push him back 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 10 coming up. Let's go. Come on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, sir. If I was an NFL player, I'll keep one of these tucked in just like right here. Just ready to go. Just like, coach. 3rd and 9 coming up. Three wide receivers at the bottom of the screen, one at the top of the screen. James Conner still in at running back. Kyler Murray steps back. Not a lot of space. Here comes the heat, and the Chargers almost get the sack. He's going to pitch it back somehow. James Conner makes a man miss, two-man miss, and it's going to be a stop after about a 4-yard gain. They're going to be short. 4th down coming up, but that was wacky. Chargers got pressure, almost took down Kyler Murray. Instead, Kyler Murray pitches it back to the running back mid-fall. And instead of being a huge loss, likely pushing him out of field goal range, we're looking at maybe a 4 or 5 yard run. Absolutely insane. Kenneth Murray, the one to get his hands on him. He does cause the potential sack. But James Conner juking out Chris Rumph, able to turn that into something, likely putting him in field goal range now. Wow. It would have been a sack, but Kyler Murray, with that awareness, able to pitch it back before it was too late. 4th and 2. Here comes the kick. It is up, and it is no good. No points for that drive, and the Chargers will get right back on the field in decent field position, 31-yard line. Let's go! Let's go! All of that. Nothing for the Cards. Here come the Chargers offense. Beautiful. That is a miss. That is a miss right there. Kind of crazy. They were on the right hash, and he kicked it wide left. It was a big trajectory move to the other side. I guess from your guys' perspective this way. Crazy. When you have Matt Prater on your fantasy team, oh, what's wrong with that? He needs to get going. My fantasy team needs him. Me too. I'm playing up against a decent team in my big league right now, but they're not. I think they've got way more losses than they do wins. I got one loss in the season in that big league right now. We're in first place. But they're having a crazy week from some, like, underground names in fantasy football. Let's take a look here. 23 points for Garrett Wilson, right? 15 points by Nick Folk, the kicker. 17.5 points from Samaje Perine. What is happening out here? What is happening? We are neck and neck right now. And we need Austin Eckler to put up more than 6 points. Rick Monterosa saying with the $5 holla, I hear Benny Hill music when I see Chargers defend the run. Yeah, it's a tragedy out there. It's a sad story. It's one of those storybooks that you open up and say, you know what, I think it's time to make this boy a man and give him a taste of the real world via the violent dismemberment of their favorite childhood characters. We're going to give him the real version of Hansel and Gretel. See how they respond. I appreciate that, Rick. $5 holla. I think the Arizona kicker has been watching the World Cup. Again, guys, and Hugo, I appreciate that. Somebody was asking me about the college football or Canadian football, whatever it was, seeing if there's any prospects that interest me. Usually, I would say actually in the next couple of weeks is when I start to really hammer down my research for the draft, because I don't watch much college ball. Right? The World Cup, a big thing right now. That's another way you can access it, by the way, if you're wondering. ExpressVPN also works with other platforms in that situation. I wish, with all of my heart, that I could get into another sport. So I wasn't so bored in the off season. So that I had something additional to watch during the football season. I, of course, would love to get into college football. As much as I've tried, and I have. I'm just a Chargers guy. The Chargers are the only team that I've been able to get invested in. This is not just like this last offseason, like, we'll fire it up, see if we can find some interest in this. No. This is years and years of watching multiple games, hoping to really get invested. I just can't do it. It's nowhere close to the way of the Chargers. So maybe we'll try again. Maybe I'll fire up some college ball this week, see if we can find some interest there. If you guys are wondering what teams I follow Utah, Oregon a bit, UCLA, USC. And here comes the wide receiver screen, by the way. First play of the drive for the Chargers. That's going to go for negative yards.
It's the Joe Show, starring Joe, doing all sorts of Joe things. Not your average Joe. And also he can walk.
Stop. Stop it, Joe. Please. You're killing me here, Joe. You're killing me here. Here comes trips tight end by the Chargers. Justin Herbert finally passes it in the intermediate part of the field. Let's go. That's a first down, DeAndre Carter. You see what happens? See what happens when you make good life choices, right? Come on. Yeah, stop with the screen. Stop with the swing. Stop with all the nonsense. Let's use Justin Herbert, the John Elway arm, in a situation where only he can complete a pass. Honestly, the offense that we're running, you design that kind of offense for like a Tim Tebow, right? It's just like, Bless his heart. We're going to make sure this offense is full of screens so we don't ask him to do too much. Justin Herbert fires on the run. It's Gerald Everett getting his first sighting of the game. He's still fighting for yards. It's ultimately going to end up a negative, about a -1. He had 3 guys on him, but fighting through those tackles could have been a little bit worse. Second down. Finally, the first G7 sighting. Looks like a design tight end screen. But Justin Herbert punished by Marcus Golden for that -3 yard play. It's the Joe Show. Design tight end screen. So I think we just have to accept that the first play is always going to be some nonsensical play. Screens, swings, all that kind of stuff for negative yards. And then we can hope that Justin Herbert makes up for it later. Justin Herbert fires another screen. This time designed for the running back Austin Eckler, who almost got away. Second effort on that reach tackle by number 41 stops Austin Eckler from turning that possibly into a first down. He's going to pick up maybe 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 10, so only 3 yards on that play. So, okay, all right. We should have asked for more. We got 1 screen, 2 screen. We're about to see 3 screens? Come on, man. Wow, dudes. They just showed a replay of the Kenneth Walker touchdown versus the Raiders. That was some beast mode energy right there. Wow. Even the announcers just said that, like right after I said it. That's hilarious. 3rd and 10. Come on, Chargers. Justin Herbert. They're sending the house. Herbert slings it over the top, and he is available right there at number 1. DeAndre Carter, who comes down with it. First down, Bolts. Why don't we start with that? Let's open with that. Why do we have to put ourselves in a hole before we trust Justin Herbert and his receivers to go up against a pretty bad secondary in converting these deeper passes? Oh, man, what a clutch catch by DeAndre Carter, too, man. It looks like it wasn't going to be complete, but he tucks that thing away at the last second. Beautiful, beautiful pass. Beautiful play. All right. Let's get this screen out of the way so we can play some football. 1st and 10. Justin Herbert. Close formation. Looks more like a run. No, it is a pass. Justin Herbert. He fires it underneath to the running back. It's Joshua Kelly. Makes his first man miss. Second man plows right through. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards on that play. 2nd and 5 coming up. Put a mirror behind you. The best I can do is tilt my head a little bit. We'll just commentate like this for the rest of the game. Commentate like this. Now you guys got a nice blurry view of the screens and swings. It sounds good, Clip. But can Kenneth Walker cause the crowd to make the ground rumble like Lynch used to in 2013? Not gonna lie, dude. It broke my heart when he went to the Oakland Raiders at the time because I liked Marshawn Lynch a lot. He was a fun player to watch. 2nd and 5. Chargers, nice little drive right here. Can they sustain it? It's another out route to Josh Palmer, who breaks the first tackle. That's going to pick up another first down. That seems to be the if it ain't broke, don't fix it route for the Chargers this game. That little out route right beyond the sticks. They're always playing soft coverage there. Keep it going, I guess. 1st and 10. Hope we bring back Carter this offseason. I'm sure we will. The biggest difference between Carter and Andre Roberts, who was our last punt returner last week, is about like 6 years. Maybe 5. DeAndre Carter a lot younger, so I'm positive that he'll be sticking around for a while. 1st and 10. It's going to be a carry by Joshua Kelly. Picks up some nice yards there. I'm not going to lie. He should have been tackled about 3 yards shorter. Instead, the Chargers pick up, I would say 5 or 6 yards. There is a player down, however, on the Cardinals. They're going to say 4 yards. It looks like an ankle injury for the Cards. It's Hamilton. 33's in the chat for our guy Hamilton. Hope he's okay. He's grabbing at that ankle pretty good. 33's in the chat. Hope he's all right. Imagine coming up to Miss Director with your head tilted because your neck will go back to normal. Hey, sweetheart. How was the game? You know how it goes. I might be stuck like this forever, by the way. Call the chiropractor. 33's in the chat for Mr. Hamilton. Is it Kyle Hamilton? Or Andre Hamilton? Something. Hamilton. Number 33. Hope he's okay. Supposed to go on a date, but the date stood me up. Bro! That happened to me a couple times in high school. You know what I did? I went out anyway. I treated myself. I remember one day I was supposed to go to a movie with somebody, and they didn't show up. So instead I went to a restaurant. And they had me a nice little lobster. Johan says, I'm a chiropractor. Okay. I mean, I was convinced until the little Casey face. Now I'm wondering about your incentive there. Khalil Mack should be on the offensive side of the football. Yeah, we need to clone Khalil Mack and just make a 53-man roster of all Macks and just have him perfect each position. We become that hardcore power back game offense, right? We just have basically like 4 or 5 tight ends at receiver. Need Hopkins to get 30 more yards. You think he will? Yeah, I actually do. I'm hoping he doesn't, but I think he will. DeAndre Hopkins, he's just that dude. Happened a lot in the 20s. Said, screw it. Switch to a movie, have a drink. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What I'm trying to get at is don't forget to treat yourselves every once in a while, right? Don't forget to treat yourselves. Life sucks sometimes. You're that one guy you can count on. Mac really needs to his partner in crime, Bosa. Yeah, dude, we just talked about him last quarter a little bit. I'm a little worried. I'm not going to lie. I was hoping to see a little bit more news at this point. Not for him to start this game. We didn't really need him to start this game. But just to give me like an indication that he's on the right path to recovery. Which would have started with some limited practice, I felt this week, is what I wanted to see. And we didn't see that. Limited practice would have carried my confidence a little bit further. Because now after this game, next week would be 10 weeks past that groin injury. And that was like the long version of what we would have to wait. We were hoping he would be back 8 weeks. We're going into week 10 next week. I really hope that he's ready. Man, someone's cooking something amazing upstairs. It's making me crazy. Justin Herbert appears to be walking with a slight limp. Miguel, you serious? Well, keep an eye on number 10. We can't. That is season over right there. We got to protect this man, dude. Here comes the swing. A fake swing. Justin Herbert doesn't hit the swing. Instead, he's going to test the deep ball. Oh, Keenan Allen almost got it. He had a foot out. You know what that was? That was retaliation. That was retaliation. Rage against the machine, Justin Herbert. Joe Lombardi called a swing pass, and Justin Herbert said, you know what? Screw that. I'm hitting Keenan Allen out there deep. That was so close. Keenan Allen caught the ball. He just had 1 foot out of bounds. Oh! Rage against the machine, Justin Herbert. 3rd and 6 coming up. In field goal range now, but I would like to take the lead. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Austin Eckler in the backfield. Needs 6 yards to convert. Justin Herbert's going to hit that out route again. Yes, it's good. First down, Chargers. Again, that out route, dudes. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us in the butt at some point, but that route is always open. Just hit that little corner right there. That little corner is always open. 21's always playing soft right there. Come on, baby. First down, Palmer. That's something like 7-8 yards for the first down for Josh Palmer, and the Chargers got a 1st and 10. In the red zone now. Justin Herbert. This drive, 7 to 8 completions for 39 yards. I form for the Chargers. It's a handoff. Horvath on the edge. He gives a nice block, and that gives Austin Eckler a couple yards to work with there. It's going to be 2nd and long. 3 yards on that carry. It would have been nothing. Xander Horvath, nice block. We need 7, a little bit more. Yeah, it feels like 7's on a pitch count. I haven't seen him much. Scrimmage touchdowns, 31. Most in the NFL. Wow. Second most is Joe Mixon with 24. Austin Eckler, can he do it again? Okay, where are we foreshadowing something? 2nd and 7. Eckler. He motions into a swing. Herbert trying to make something happen with his feet, and he's going to throw into the end zone, and it's in and out of the hands of Austin Eckler. Oh, man. So close. Austin Eckler couldn't cradle it. That would have really helped the fantasy team out there, bud. Oh, Austin Eckler in the swing. He's trying to run himself open, and he gets the ball, but it just slips through his fingers, hits the turf. 3rd and 7 coming up. Now Austin Eckler on the sideline. No injury. It just seems like he's taking a breather. I would love to see him on a 3rd and 7 in the red zone, though. Instead, I think it's Isaiah Spiller out there. Trio of wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. Can we get a touchdown, please? Justin Herbert steps back. Lots of heat in his face already. Fires to the back of the end zone. Nobody home. And it is 4th down. Chargers going to have to take that 3. Isaiah Simmons patrolling the middle of the field. And Cameron Dicker takes the field. Yep. Field goal's up and good, as stated by the scoreboard down there. And we are tied up here with 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Jasco, what's up, dude? Great commentary. Thank you. I appreciate that. My mama raised me right. You're going to take that MC position at the high school whether you like it or not. Okay, all of a sudden Southern mama, even though she's very much so not. We're going to go there and we're going to announce everything. We're going to train this voice for greatness on YouTube 20 years later and see how it works out. That's going to be a tied game. 17s, 4:28 left to go in the third quarter. And we're getting ready to see if the Chargers defense can respond. Derwin James having a crazy game. You think we could add to that? We would add to that? Another pick, another fumble, something, a sack? That would be crazy. I want a sack from Derwin James this drive, so that he can have an interception, a forced fumble, and a sack all in the same game. That'd be nuts. That would be nuts. Yeah, 15's in the chat, by the way, but for our guy Cameron Dicker. Dude's been a crazy offseason signing. On his way to, what was it? It was some concert. Gets the call, takes the field. He's been pretty dang good for the Bolts ever since. The rest is history. Perfect this season. 10 for 10. You kidding me, Hugo? That's a nice signing right there. The kicker. Was it Taylor Swift? No, it was somebody more classic. Not classy, classic. Corey Linsley officially out. Oh, man. Again, dudes. Might be a contributing factor to this game offensively in the second half. When Corey Linsley is in the game, the Chargers put up just the most mind-boggling better stats. Like, it feels like being able to throw those assignments to Corey Linsley in terms of blocking helps this offense so much. In particular, Justin Herbert. Having him out, I'm hoping we find a way to maintain some momentum offensively. It was Carrie Underwood. That was right. And then you know what Carrie Underwood did? She invited him to her next concert, which I'm pretty sure he attended. That's hilarious. Literally gets the call from his agent on the way to a concert. So funny. Chargers head trainer Damon Mitchell is now working on Herbert's left ankle on the bench. What do we need? Sage? Get some sage on the sideline. Bless everybody's knees before kickoff. Been a long, long season in terms of injury, dudes. Yeah. The Cardinals need Zach Ertz back. Both teams at this point, zero tight end involvement, right? No G7 other than a 3-yard loss on a design tight end screen. And then without Zach Ertz, it feels like the Cardinals really not passing the tight end position at all. That tight end position, man, sometimes it's that position that can make or break you. I like to think of it in fantasy football terms, especially if you're playing in a lower or a smaller fantasy football league. I remember one year I played in an 8-team league, and it was literally the tight end that saved me. I think at the time it was Jason Witten. Jason Witten helped bring me a championship that year because nobody could really compete. I think Jason Witten was like a top 3 tight end that year, right? Maybe even top 2. I don't know. It was his biggest year, I think. One of his biggest years. And the Chargers would definitely benefit from that. You know what my dream scenario would be? I would say, hey, man, throw the house. I don't care what it costs, right? Give him 2 first-round picks and a scoop of chocolate mint chip ice cream or whatever like that. I need this man on my team. With the Falcons collapsing offensively so dramatically, so spectacularly, who says no to a multiple first-round pick trade for Kyle Pitts? I would wet my pants, dudes. 1st and 10, Kyler Murray slings it over the middle of the field. Oh, it's DeAndre Hopkins. Derwin James gets him out of bounds. Maybe a bit of excess force on the last part of that play. But that's like a huge play to DeAndre Hopkins. 29 yards for D-Hop. And the Chargers coverage, man, that man's going to get open. That man's just going to get open. Lucky we had Derwin James there. That could have been a touchdown. Who said that they needed 30 yards by D-Hop? Well, there's 29 right there. Holy cow. Yeah. Did they give him 30? I thought they gave him 29. Jeez, dude, the defense, man, on life support these last couple of weeks. All of a sudden, on our Charger side of the field, now at the 56-yard line, 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff to James Conner up the middle. Looks like the Chargers got a nice stuff right there. They do. It's going to be 1 yard for James Conner and a 2nd and 9 coming up. Director just needs a quick check. Herbert back to reviewing film. Okay, good. Thank you, Miguel. We need some good news. No to that trade. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. In my dream la la land of this Chargers thematic channel, I would throw the house at the Falcons to get me a Kyle Pitts on this team, dude. Oh, hoo. The Megatron of tight ends with Justin Herbert, get out of town. Here comes another completion to Marquise Brown. Ooh, Alohi Gilman almost got the strip. Instead, it's going to be a 1st down conversion. 13 yards for Marquise Brown and a 1st down. These guys are marching, man. 2 out of those 3 plays big, past 10-yard completions. Chargers, again, one of the biggest things they had going for them this game was a pretty solid secondary. The secondary's not been looking so hot the last couple of weeks. Not been looking so hot. Took D-Hop over 84.5. That's a good bet on whatever platform you're using. Yeah, make sure you use Underdog Fantasy code Director. Here comes a carry for Connor. He's gonna pick up 2 yards, 3 yards. 2nd and 7 coming up. I know I'm sounding redundant, but this D is terrible. Something's up. Something's up. I know things are going to dramatically improve once we get number 97 back in Joey Bosa. But I'm expecting a lot more from our coverage guys. Sure, J.C. Jackson didn't work out. We're hoping that he comes back with a vengeance next season. But the guys we have in there are pretty good. Sante Samuel, Bryce Callahan, Derwin James, of course. Hoping to see a little bit more. Here comes Kyler Murray. He's scrambling. Khalil Mack's on him, though. Khalil can't secure the sack, and instead it's going to be a throwaway. Kyler Murray saw Jesus for a second, just like, if you don't throw this ball away, you might meet me a little sooner than you expected. So he just took that thing into the sideline. Khalil Mack almost got enough to force the throwaway. Yeah, I saw that, chat. There is blatant holding on Khalil Mack. Blatant holding. From that angle, there's not a more clear definition of holding than what I just witnessed on number 52. He would have been mincemeat if he hadn't got tugged right there. Come on, man. Come on. That's going to happen every game. 3rd and 7. Man. 3rd and 7. Play clock is well into the 0 before the snap. No false start. Instead, it's going to be a pass underneath to the running back, and he's going to pick up the first down. Hey, refs. What's up? What's up? The Chargers players spit in your face on the way to the tunnel? What's going on here? It was zeros on the clock for like a second and a half. No flag. They get a first down. And that's just right after a no call on the hold. You guys need a bucket of money on the sidelines? We'll come up with a fund. Come on, man. That would have been... both those calls would have helped the Chargers tremendously here. 2 no calls. 1st and 10. Cardinals now at what? The 21-yard line. Kyler Murray fake. It's a draw run by James Conner, who busts through 2 tackles. It takes 5 Chargers to take him down. It'll be a gain of 2-3 yards and a 2nd down coming up. Yeah, no delay of game. No holding. Every week. We see something like that. Now, I don't get as mad at a couple of missed calls. There's certainly outlier games that I go ham on. This year it was the first game versus the Chiefs. 2nd game was called pretty clean. There was a couple, but not as bad as the first game. My goodness. And then last year it was versus the Cowboys. There's one every year where I'm just like, just give them the win. Don't even let our players, out on the field. I'd rather them stay healthy if we're going to get screwed anyway. 2nd and 7. Kyler Murray tosses it underneath. Soft coverage. It's Marquise Brown. It's going to be short. 3rd and short coming up. Bryce Callahan able to stop, but soft coverage by the Chargers allows, 6 yards? 3rd and short coming up. Herbert should grow a mullet. I like the Prince Charming thing he's got going on right now. We'll keep it at that. Hugo says refs are so quick to call BS plays on us, but turn a blind eye when the opposing teams are guilty. I know a lot of other teams and fan bases are going to feel that way, but we see it a lot. You know what I should do this offseason? I should make a hype video, but instead of showing all of the Chargers' amazingness, which might be in short supply this year, we just show all the refs screwing us. And we put like a song like I Need a Hero in the background, right? I need a hero. We need somebody to ascend from the heavens and maybe call BS on some of the reffing this season. Maybe we do that. I don't know. Bend but don't break. Yeah, 3rd and 1 coming up. This could be a big stop. The Chargers, they've had a couple of decent stops versus the run this drive. If I were the Cardinals, I would just hand it off and let the first down ensue. In that situation, maybe the Chargers can get a stop here. Justin Herbert hurt again? No, we just heard, right? That he was okay? He was looking at film or something? I hope he's all right. A lot of upsets, my guy. Yeah. We can make an anti-hype film or whatever. We can make a Rage Against the Machine hype trailer. That would be a lengthy one, though. I haven't really put a trailer out past 6 minutes before. That'd be a lot. Don't believe anyone that isn't me. Okay, Miguel. Miguel, Hugo, Tara, these are the guys for the news. With a mustache, we win a Super Bowl? Huh? Want me to grow a mustache? You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. Genetically, my mustache looks like something that gets shot first in a horror film. I don't want to be that guy. It's like, ah, man, this guy, we're just going to drive down the ticket prices, off him in the first act. We don't need this guy mucking up our screen with his teenage Chuck E. Cheese mustachium. Not in this one. No, sir. Card it out. Says $2 holla. Make a hype video, Sean Payton. Why not? My wife really wants me to make a hype video. She's actually been pushing it on me the past couple of weeks. And I'm sitting here like, I don't know. But it's a very interesting concept. It's much different than any other hype video that I've made in terms of identifying what's going on with the team right now. She chose a great song. I might. If we can find some time, I might do it. It's a weird hype video. Like, it gets you excited, but it also definitely puts you in our shoes right now for the fans. Like, yeah, things are tough right now. It's tough. It's tough out here. Can we get out of it? We don't know. But as fans, we stick together. We'll stick with the team. Doesn't mean we have to support some of the decisions that they're making. But I'm not going anywhere when it comes to Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen and Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack now, Derwin James, Austin Eckler. I ain't leaving those guys in the dust. I will voice my opinion on the ownership. I'll voice my opinion on the coaching. I ain't leaving my boys behind. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it. It's hard out here for... Yeah, I read that. Exactly the way you typed it. All of our corners except Davis excel in man coverage, too. Yeah, why don't we put that more into the game plan? 3rd and 1. Big down right here. Big down. We're into the 4th quarter, by the way. Here comes James Conner. Wow. I was like, he's got the first down. Nah, he got the first down like 6 yards extra. No, I'm lying. Like 3 yards extra. That was a 4-yard carry. And a first down for James Conner. If you're the Cardinals, you're like, there's no doubt we don't get the first down here, right? Like, I'm going to go put some bets on this real quick, and then I need you to snap the ball. Do an anti-hype video of just screen passes. We'll make that to like a remix of Cotton Eye Joe. That would be hilarious. 1st and goal. Carry. It's James Conner. He'll pick up 2 or 3 yards. Man, my mouth just spews out gold. Spews out production value gold every time I open my mouth. Cotton Eye Joe, hype video with just screen passes. I like that, dude. That's amazing. As a professional football player, you got to do more than what you can do. Why JC is a joke, huh? JC was starting to turn a corner, in my opinion. Of course, we expected a lot more from him. But he was starting to look good. It felt like we were starting to kind of use him a little bit more to his strengths to help him catch up in the other areas of the playbook. Didn't quite work out. I'm rooting for him. I hope he comes back next season and has a good year. But yeah, right now it doesn't look good. Here come the Chargers, rushing 5, and it's going to be a pass to number 6, the running back, James Conner, for a touchdown. Chargers down big. Down a full touchdown. Yep, touchdown. James Conner. I hate to say it, man. I said everybody start James Conner. You got him in fantasy football. He was one of my big picks for underdog this week as well. Take the over, take the over, take the over. If anything, if you guys want to get in on underdog fantasy, as much as it sucks, take the over on the running back versus the Chargers defense every week, without fail. That's an easy pick. You feeling that footloose vibe right now? I need a hero. I need a hero, bro. 24-17 is your score. Still a whole quarter left of football left to play. We're not out, not at all. But I was hoping to see a lot more in terms of the offense and the defense. They're almost as expected. I felt like maybe I should see even more running than I'm seeing in this game, which is nuts. Because you guys want to see something? Here's your stats. After that, the Cardinals are closing in on 200. Wait. No, that's passing. Where's the run? Still closing in on 200 yards on the ground. James Conner, whose previous season high was 69 yards, on the dot, has now 111 yards. And not just that, the dude just caught a passing touchdown as well. 11 yards and a passing touchdown. So it's 1 touchdown and what? Total 122 yards. Disgusting if you're a James Conner owner this week. Wow. Unbelievable. This Juan with $10 Haul says, did you see the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special starring Kevin Bacon?
Galaxy Holiday Special starring Kevin Bacon? I might watch it again after this to cheer up.
It was so fun, dude. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, it's a good cheer up. I think I missed like the last 5 minutes of it. I had to go do something. But yeah, it was super, super fun. That's a good feel-good show. And pretty funny, too. It actually holds up very well. Thank you so much, Juan. Yeah, if anybody needs a nice pick-me-up, fire up that Disney Plus and go watch the Guardian of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I promise you it's a lot better than the Star Wars special. That's a part of Star Wars history I never wish I opened, though. That was a can of worms. I wish I could erase from my memory. Guardians of the Galaxy, though, super fun. Yeah, it's not over. It's not over. It's not over. But it's going just about as expected. I was hoping the Chargers would maintain a lead for more of this game to really help not shut down, but incentivize more passing from Kyler Murray. That's the best position you can put yourself in defensively. So far, it's been the James Conner show. 111 yards after a previous high of 69. Tommy, I don't know why that got me. That tickled me. Stay looking at Mac like. We're back. Give me like 10 seconds here, guys. We'll get to the Chargers' next offensive possession. All right, this kickoff is in the end zone. Chargers will start at the 25. I just read something. Almost 200 yards on the ground. Embarrassing, yeah. And that's definitely not the first time that's happened this year. That Browns game, dude, that was getting out of control real quick. I think they were closing in on 200 yards in the first half. Nutty. Need a Fred Warner type linebacker? Yeah. I like what Brandon Staley's doing conceptually with the defense, but it's just not coming together, man. Do we need a pivot? We might need to pivot a little bit. 1st and 10. Herbert steps out of the pocket. He's on the run. Justin Herbert's got nothing but grass in front of him. He's still on the run. Justin Herbert. That was like a 20-yard run. Let's go. Big plays on the days of Justin Herbert on the ground. He says, I see you, Kyler Murray. I'll raise you 20 yards. 23 yards on the ground for Justin Herbert. Wow. Yeah, the coverage completely pulled out. And Justin sees nothing but green in front of him all the way up to the 50-yard line. They start to close in on him. He gets out of bounds at like the 48. Nice scramble there by number 10. Good choice. Yep, good choice. 1st and 10, Justin Herbert. Lots of heat in front of him. It's another wide receiver screen, and it's going to be another -1 yard. I don't think it was a screen. I think that was just the man available with the heat in his face. Wow. How you watching the game? ExpressVPN with NFL Game Pass. Toe-to-toe. Use code DIRECTOR to get a nice discount there, too. Check out the link in the description. It'll explain everything. DeAndre Carter with a -yard possession there. 2nd and 11 coming up. Was it a wide receiver screen? I just thought he was the guy underneath. If it was a wide receiver screen, we should have ran the Joe show. 2nd and 11. Bunch formation. And here comes Justin Herbert. Again, lots of pressure in his face, and they're going to get home. Oh, Herbert kind of flung it. It's not going to matter. Austin Eckler only got like a yard or two behind the line of scrimmage. That was so weird. It was like a Looney Tunes cartoon where everybody kind of gets mushed into the same fight, and then the ball kind of popped out a second later. Oh, my goodness. I mean, it doesn't amount to nothing. 3rd and 14 coming out, but it was like a Looney Tunes cartoon. Herbert has to throw it away again. There's a lot of heat on him. It's going to be G7 with the reception. He'll pick up 5 yards, 6 yards. It'll be 4th and very long. The drive is dead. Chargers need to punt. Hugo wants us to go for it. The Chargers may go for it. There's no faking it. Now they're going back to the sideline. Herbert wanted to keep everybody out there. Staley pulls him out. They're going to say, yeah, probably too far for a 4th down. No chance at calling them offsides. They're just going to punt it away. Wow. Yeah, change to max protection. Absolutely. You got to keep Justin Herbert on his feet to let him make those big plays. Herbert, the only one really making a big play on that drive with the 23-yard run. Here comes the punt. It's a fair catch inside the 10. They'll start that drive at, what, the 6-7 yard line? Need the defense to step up here. Yeah, it was a good punt. Good punt. Good punt. Everett, the Yak Monster. Would love to see him more involved, but again, I think he's on a snap count. If Herbert can run like that, like he did a minute ago, how can he not convert that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. 20% chance that we win. I mean, we have 11 minutes. They're pinned inside the 10. But if we can't stop the run, that doesn't much matter, does it? We got to wait and see what happens. Double tight ends. But who we got? We got, I think, Gerald Everett, who might be on a pitch count. We got Trey McKitty, who's not been too great this season. And we got maybe Stone Smart, right? Stone Smart, who has unknown upside, so you never know. Give me a second here, guys. All right, we're back. I don't know, man. I feel for Justin Herbert because he has changed offenses so many times in his career. But I'm not a big fan of what's going on. Like, I thought maybe there's potential to help get the deep ball open with all these short passes. If anything, keeps the ball moving. But it just feels like a big misuse of the quarterback and his talent. Carded out with a $5 haul says, I would... a win off on Staley coming off the field like a WWE showdown. We're staying on the field. 4th down and now we ain't done. I feel you, carded out. Again, and that kind of draws back to what I was alluding to at the beginning of the show, where the bravery feels like it's gone. It feels like the bravery is, in terms of following the analytics, is the thing that's been left out. And that makes the offense a bit less exciting. And it seems like those decisions come at the worst times, too. It's like, okay, we'll go for it on 4th down and inside our own 10. It's like, wait, why? No, don't do that. Punt it. And when we want to go for it, it seems like that's not going to be the decision. But still, there's 11 minutes left in the 4th quarter. We'll see if the defense can do something here. Eric Black with a $5 haul. We'll come back to that in just a second. And the Chargers finally get a stop on James Conner. It'll be minus a yard on that attempt. That puts the Cardinals at the 5-yard line. Hoping to get a 3 and out here, boys. Eric Black with the $5 haul says Herbert, 38 rushing yards. Other Chargers running backs, 12 yards on 5 attempts. It's the Joe Show. We can run, Joe. Oh, my God. We got to break out of this funk, dude. Thank you so much, Eric, for the $5 holla. 2nd and 11. Empty backfield for the Cardinals. It's a bold move, Cotton. Chargers sending 4. Pocket collapsing. It's going to be thrown underneath, though. And it's incomplete to their tight end, number 85. Who's their tight end nowadays? McBride? Is that Trey McBride? Yeah, he's a good tight end. Hopefully he has a breakout in the next couple of seasons. Maybe not in this rookie year. Certainly not against Drew Tranquil and Kyler Murray, or Kenneth Murray. Throwing the smackdown on the middle of the field. No chance to complete that one there. 3rd and 11 coming up. Chargers, this would be a huge 3 and out, man. We saw so many of these opportunities squandered last week. Please don't do it again here. Trio wide receivers at the bottom of the screen, led by DeAndre Hopkins. Kyler Murray walks up to the center, is trying to throw out some audibles. 11 seconds left on the play clock. Can the Chargers get a stop here? Chargers. Looks like 5 on the line. They're just going to send 4. It's going to be a carry. It's a draw. It's a draw for James Conner, and he almost got it. He picked up 8 yards. The Cardinals so confident that in 3rd and 11, they may actually pick up the first down with a draw, and they almost did it. 4th and 2, though. Nice stop by the Chargers defense. Okay, it's a stop by the Chargers defense. Wow. Good old prevent defense. Almost gets the job done 50% of the time, every time. 4th and 2. Cardinals coming out. It's going to be, I think, is it Andy Lee? Yeah. And this should give the Chargers decent field position, depending on how the special teams handles this, which they really do need. Here comes the punt. It is up. And back to return is DeAndre Carter. He's at the 35, and he's going to take it out. And he's going to make the first man miss. The Chargers are going to get the ball around the 40, the 39-yard line. So nice starting field position. Can the Chargers do something with it? Can the Chargers do something with it? First time chat. If Herbert started calling his own plays, you think that would send a message to Lombardi? You're the best man. Hey, yeah. I thank you. First off, I think we saw something to the tune of that a couple of drives ago, where Joe Lombardi called a wide receiver screen, and your wide receivers are still going to run their runoff, right? They're still going to bolt, trying to create some space from that secondary. And instead of hitting that swing, Herbert went for the deep ball to Keenan Allen. That's going off script. I think that also tells us that Justin Herbert, as well, wants to push the ball deep, but he's being handcuffed a little bit. We need to see more. Definitely need a Palmer touchdown. Yeah, I would like to see Austin Eckler utilized a little bit more this drive, too. Herbert audibles and makes plays. He takes over. Yeah, that would be... I mean, who knows him better than, let's say, him and his quarterbacks coach, Shane Day? I'd like to see some kind of change. I'd like to see it soon. And yeah, there's a Sean Payton in the chat again. I mean, that's what... It's impossible to ignore it any longer. No, I'm not going to toot my own horn and say, because I'm a hype guy. I'm going to talk about stuff like this all the time. I was one of the first guys out there saying, Sean Payton's available, and he's eyeing us. And now all of a sudden, with how the season's going, it feels like there's a lot more Chargers fans on board for that. Now, I will say at first, I was one of those guys like, nah, man, I want to see what Coach Staley has to offer. It hasn't quite worked out the way that we've hoped. So yeah, I'm definitely more in the opinion. Screwing up my hair here. I've seen what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see how the season goes. If Sean Payton's still there and available, who knows? But again, if the Chargers get him next season, it's going to cost us something. It's going to cost us some draft picks. It could be pretty high draft picks too, guys. But in my research of teams trading for coaches, more often than not, it works out pretty well. So maybe a first is worth it. Do a Joe show while in commercial. We're going to reserve that. We're going to use that when warranted. And I hope that we don't have to. Trade for Isaiah Simmons. That would be a big difference maker as well. If we were to go out there and trade big for any player, though, I'm still pretty stubborn on the Kyle Pitts opinion there. He would look insane on this offense, reminiscent of Kellen Winslow, right? That would be nuts with Justin Herbert. Definitely play calling, everyone said, because Allen was missing and the offense still looks stale even with Allen on the field. Yeah, that's true. And Allen's going to give you a much better shot at converting than anybody else in this offense. Justin Herbert tries to take off. He gets sacked immediately. Zach Allen with the sack. Chargers starting at 2nd and 14 here at the 35-yard line after starting at really good field position. Cannot squander this. Pocket collapses again. And Herbert tried to get out of it. 2nd and 14 coming up. Am I the only person that doesn't like Payton? That's the other side of the argument that we haven't really talked much about, because Payton is a very accomplished head coach. He's got some history too, right? Two sides of the coin. 2nd and 14. You guys, you need 6 yards at least here. Herbert fires underneath. Eckler, nothing. Picks up a yard. 3rd and 13 coming up. Wow, dudes. What is happening to this O? Oh my goodness. 3rd and 13. Justin Herbert's not been able to sit in a clean pocket for more than like a second this drive. Are we going to find enough time to hit a Keenan Allen deep? And they're lining up a lot of guys in the line of scrimmage trying to maintain these blitzes that the Cardinals keep throwing at the Chargers. It looks like they're sending the house again. Nice chip by Joshua Kelly. Justin Herbert slings it underneath, and it's intercepted. Collins, the linebacker, intercepts it. Not looking good, Bolt fam. Not looking good at all. Wow. With the pocket collapsing yet again, Herbert had to make a decision. Not a good one. That's also on him, but 3rd and 13 is a situation most quarterbacks are going to struggle with. That's a pick. 7:35 left in this game, and the Cardinals already close to field goal range. I'm not calling curtains yet, guys, but we are in a very, very bad situation. 3 straight losses, though. It is probably the territory for some fires. So change of personnel. Taking a look at the replay here. I mean, the ball was moving while it hit the turf. Are they even going to take a second look at that? Are they even going to take a second look? I mean, it would be 4th and forever anyway. I'm taking another look at the replay. It's bobbling. It's bobbling. It's moving. It's so close. It's still moving. He never really got possession of it until he gets back on his knees. There's a chance that this is called incomplete, guys. I don't know, though. It's close. I think it touched the ground, too. It would still be 4th and a million. But an incompletion here would keep the Chargers alive here. I'm pretty dang sure it touched the ground before he got control of that ball. If I had to put money on it, I would say it touched the ground. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it touches the ground. We're still in a huge pickle, though, guys. Even if this is incomplete, all it does for you is help the Chargers at least flip the field. But with the way the Cardinals are running it, we're still in really big trouble. You had to do something with that drive. I don't know. His fingers are also... Yeah, you can see the ball hitting the ground there. That's incomplete. That's incomplete. It's got to be an incompletion. Yeah, it's moving and hitting the turf. It's got to be an incompletion. Go for it. I don't know if, like... Would you guys go for it? One's in the chat if you would. 2 if you wouldn't. One's in the chat if you would go for it. 2's if you wouldn't. I would be more inclined to punt it at this point. It's just 4th and forever. They're sending everybody. Justin Herbert has almost no time to throw. Yeah, so I saw a lot of 2's. I saw a couple 1's in there, but I would be more inclined to punt it away. You got all 3 of your timeouts. 7:41 left. You just got to hope for a miracle at this point. Because the Chargers, what are they at? The 35-yard line? We got J.K. Scott. You can maybe pin him inside the 20. Yeah, they're going to need a miracle here at the end of the 4th quarter, though. You're going to need some big defensive stop here, which is going to be tough. And then you would need the most efficiency you've seen this game offensively. So that ball's going to go out of bounds at the 25. And the Chargers defense are going to have to put together a really nice drive here. They're going to have to figure something else out. Now, give me a second here, guys. While we're getting ready for the offense, I need to stand up for a second. All right, we're back. Sorry, I was feeling a little lightheaded there for a second. I needed to eat something today. Second and 9 coming up after a short 1-yard gain, I think, by James Conner. James Conner. Kyler Murray tosses it. Oh, DeAndre Hopkins. What a catch. Are you kidding me? It's not going to be a first. It'll be a 3rd and 5. But DeAndre Hopkins, an Odell Beckham-style catch over the middle of the field. Again, it's going to go for 4 yards. But holy cow. He picked it away from what could have been a potential interception to Michael Davis. I cannot believe I just saw that. Here comes the pass to the tight end, Trey McBride. It's going to be a first down. Wait a minute. They're going to say 4th down, actually. It was incomplete. Nice! Chargers got a 3 and out. We needed that. We needed that. Still 6 minutes left. Not a lot of time taken off the clock either. Got to remember, though, that the Chargers, yeah, I thought it was complete. No, it was very incomplete. The Chargers right now are playing to get a tie right now, dudes. So the clock is a factor at this point. Here comes the punt. They're going to let it roll to the 22-yard line. Man. And the Chargers offense will take the field again. Give me a second, guys. My kid left his goldfish down here. We're gonna fuel up just a little bit. Shouldn't have skipped breakfast. Don't skip breakfast, kids. Because if you go screaming for 3 hours straight, you're gonna feel it. Please, Chargers, I could use a victory brisket after this game. Please. This is so rude. I never eat on camera, guys. I apologize. Here comes the offense. Here comes the offense. We need some momentum here, dudes. Come on. Justin Herbert. Again, pressure. Fires to the sideline. Almost intercepted. It would have been a diving effort by number 33, Hamilton, who's back in the game. Glad to see he's okay. But that soft corners there. Herbert's trying to find it again. It gets tipped. It would have been a completion if Hamilton didn't have a spectacular grab there. I would have liked to see DeAndre Carter maybe try and go for it anyway. It kind of went over his head. He kind of watched it go to the sideline. 2nd and 10 coming up. Come on, baby. We ain't out of this yet. 2nd and 10. Herbert steps back. Pressure or pocket collapsing again. Herbert on the run. Herbert's going to fire it on the run, and he's going to find number 5, Josh Palmer, for a big first down. That's an 18-yard completion, and the Chargers drive continues to be alive here. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Red Dog. I hope I'm not coming down with something. That's usually my first indicator that I'm coming down with something. Is that when I'm hungry, I get a little lightheaded. 1st and 10. 5:30 on the game clock. Justin Herbert. It's a wide receiver screen. This time it works. DeAndre Carter gets to first down. Okay, that's 3 screens that have worked this season. Let's go, Carter. Number 1's in the chat. It's a screen that worked. It's a screen that worked. Don't adjust your television sets. That's exactly what you think you saw. A wide receiver screen that goes for a first down. Yeah, for real. Chargers putting on a healthy drive so far. Can they sustain it? With the help and love of multicolored goldfish. 1st and 10. Austin Eckler. Draw play. He gets free. He picks up almost a first down. It's 9 yards on that carry. Chargers maybe trying to milk a little bit of clock here. I don't know, man. Where are we on the field? Midfield? You got to play for OT, right? At this point, you got to play for OT. Wide receiver screen works. Man, you see what we're encouraging from Joe Lombardi all of a sudden? You see what we started? We're going to see nothing but screens for the rest of the season. 2nd and 1. Carter in motion. It's going to be Austin Eckler, who again runs right up the middle. And it's going to be a first down after a gain of about 4. 3 yards. 3 yards. I will not skip breakfast next week, guys, I promise. 1st and 10. So far, the goldfish luck is working out, though. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game. 1st and 10. I would guess that the Chargers are trying to run it a couple more times here. No, it's going to be a pass to the outside, and it is batted away. Diving, batting effort by number 20. 2nd and 10 coming up. Stops the clock. Chargers were trying to test those corners again, and this time they were ready. 2nd and 10 coming up. I need my strudel. Dang it. You know what? My mom is here actually babysitting. And I smelled something amazing going on upstairs, so I think we'll be taken care of after this game. 2nd and 10. Herbert. Pocket collapsing again. He's going to hit Austin Eckler. He makes the first man miss. But he's still only going to pick up a couple yards. 3rd and long coming up. 3rd and 7. Yeah, we got 2 plays. Keep that in mind. 4th down territory. You got to go for it. 3:15 left on the clock. Chargers 3rd and 7. Foster Sorrell in at right tackle. Come on, Chargers. Justin Herbert. Pressure in his face. Huge sack. Huge sack by Isaiah Simmons. Huge sack. That's a loss of like 12, 13 yards on that sack. Oh my goodness. Could have killed the drive. Wow. That is unreal. Now you're asking Justin Herbert to perform a miracle here. Could that be curtains? We need a miracle, dudes. They threw everything there. Oh, the Chargers are punting. Wow, dudes. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Could that be curtains? Oh my goodness. Good call by the Cardinals, I guess. That was they sent everything. And the Chargers haven't been able to stop anything. It looked like the Chargers too were setting up another screen. Were they setting up another screen, chat? Was that a screen I just saw? Now that I'm like stepping back away from it, I think I just saw a screen get blown up for a huge sack. Was that a screen? Because everybody got in. Was that a screen, chat? Or was that just the worst blocking of the game I've ever seen? It might have been a screen. It's enough for me to run it.
It's the Joe Show, starring Joe, doing all sorts of Joe things. Not your average Joe. And also he can walk.
I don't know, man. First carry's no gain. And Staley calls a timeout. 2:17 left in the game, and we still got the 2-minute warning. That was a tight end screen, says Azova. The Joe Show just dug our own grave. That's crazy. Is that a fireable offense? It could be. It could be. My God, dudes. It is good to see a bunch of powder blue in the stands. I hope they figure out a way to pull this one out for him. D-Hop has to fire his barber. 2nd and 10. It's a pass, and here comes the heat, and Kyler Murray's down! It's a sack, finally! Are the Chargers going to call another timeout? Have they committed to it already? They might have. Wow, Kyler Murray down at the 4. It's Michael Davis, the blitzing DB that gets home. Running back does not pick him up, and the Chargers get him on the ground. Let's go, Michael Davis. Let's go. Leo Ramos with the $5 haul says, win or lose, Chargers at coordinator. Change on offense needs to happen. Second half performances this year have been unacceptable. Yep, a lot of them. Well, 3rd and 16. I mean, if the Chargers get a safety here, this flips this game on its head. But how difficult will it be to get a safety on a scrambling quarterback like Kenneth Murray or Kyler Murray? I think maybe you just go for the stop play coverage, right? Or do you send the heat? What do you guys do? I might be inclined to send the heat. Because a safety, you're talking about winning the game rather than just trying to tie the game. But Kyler Murray is too smart to let that happen. 3rd and 16. Chargers playing soft coverage. It's going to be an underneath pass to the running back, and he's going to get loose, but he's not going to pick up the first. He'll pick up maybe 6-7 yards. And we are at the 2-minute warning. And the Cardinals are staring at a 4th and 7 from their own 13-yard line. So the Chargers, once again, this is it. This is their last chance. 2 minutes, 1 timeout, a hope and a prayer, and they're playing for OT. Is this not the most Chargers experience you've ever had? Here come the heart attacks. Here come the heart attacks, fam. This is it. This is the drive. My goodness. We'll be right back, chat. Chargers should be getting the punt here any second. All right, we're back. We had a $10 holo come in from Joshua. It says Staley is not ready and Lombardi is wasting Herbert's talent. I say if I earn both, I'll take a miracle win. Let's go. Let's go, Joshua. Change is necessary at this point. It's a necessity. It is a necessity. It is a necessity at this point. 4th and 7. Here comes the punt. Starting field position here is pretty important, so we'll see what DeAndre Carter can do. The punt is up. It's a nice punt. A lot of hang time. A lot of hang time. Here comes DeAndre Carter trying to round the corner, and Carter's got some space. Carter takes it all the way to the Cardinals side of the field, and we are starting off at the 45-yard line, baby. There's a flag, though. We got a little too excited there. Probably an illegal block or some nonsense. Wow. Oh. It was on the Cardinals. Number 35 just decided to go grab some popcorn in the stands, and that's a 5-yard penalty. Let's go. So that's going to put us, what, at the 40? This is the best field position that you're going to start with all day. Come on, dudes. We got to go. We got to do this. Yeah, I'm shocked too. The Chargers are going to get the ball at the 40-yard line. The 38-yard line. Bolts. A minute 48. One timeout. You've got to clutch this up, man. Come on, man. Oh, my goodness. Justin Herbert. Pressure in his face. Fires over the middle and somehow gets that ball in between two defenders to Gerald Everett for 10 yards. They're running back to the line of scrimmage. They got a lot of time left. They're at the 28-yard line after that first down. But that was a dangerous pass. Justin Herbert's going to fire it off. Another designed running back screen to Austin Eckler. He's going to pick up about 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2 coming up. Maybe 2nd and 3. Come on, man. 2nd and 2. Justin Herbert looking for Eckler underneath again. He's going to get it. And Eckler's going to break a couple of tackles. Eckler down at the 7-yard line. But there is a flag. There is a flag. And there's holding on the offensive line. The rookie Zion Johnson. And that's going to push the Chargers to a pretty deep situation here. Oh, no, dudes. What's it going to be, 1st and 20 now? Oh, my goodness. Come on. Come on. That's huge. We still got time. We got time. But that's not good. 2nd and 12 coming up. Pardon. 2nd and 12 coming up is what it says on the screen. 58 seconds, one timeout. Can the Chargers find a way? 2nd and 12. Bunch formation. Carter motions to the top of the screen. It looks like we got Isaiah Spiller in at running back. 2nd and 12. Herbert. Lots of pressure in his face. He's going to find Keenan Allen, though, over the middle. And Keenan Allen carries it all the way for a first down and more. Chargers down at the 13-yard line. 48 seconds left on the clock. And they're hurrying up. They're hurrying up. But an injury for the Cardinals stops the clock. It's number 45. 45's in the chat. And the Bolts will have 46 seconds. And what? 14 yards to score. 46 seconds, 14 yards. Can we ask for a miracle here? Now, actually, that's a really interesting prospect in the chat right now, guys. One's in the chat if the Chargers can get a touchdown. One's in the chat if you go for the PAT. Two's in the chat if you would go for 2. That's a big if, though. We got to get in the end zone first. We're counting our chickens right now. Chargers got to find a way. Got to find a way. I think I'm seeing a majority ones. Yeah, majority ones. Majority play for OT. A good number of 2s in there, too. But play for OT. 1st and 10 coming up for the Chargers. We got to take care of business here first, guys. They got to get in the end zone. They got to get in the end zone. They got the one timeout. They got one timeout, 46 seconds. So that's a decent amount of time, especially with only 12 yards to go. You could even throw in a draw or something if you wanted. And here we go. 1st and 10. Austin Eckler in at running back. Justin Herbert. He's going to fire underneath to the tight end. That's Gerald Everett. Everett only picks up a couple yards, though. You got to hurry back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and long. 2nd and 7 coming up. Herbert, 2nd and 7. Pressure in his face again. He's going to fire over the middle. Incomplete to Austin Eckler. That's going to stop the clock at 25 seconds. 3rd and 7 coming up. You're in 4-down territory. O-line is getting obliterated. They need to give Herbert a little bit of time. They need to give Herbert just a little bit of time here. 3rd and 7. They've got the one timeout in their back pocket. They got to call up something here. Something other than a screen, a swing, something where you can utilize Herbert. Maybe utilize his legs a little bit. 3rd and 7. They're sending everybody. And it's going to be another screen to Austin Eckler. Eckler is going to get free. Eckler a yard away from scoring. You got to hit that timeout right now. Yes, Chargers going to call that timeout with 16 seconds left in 1st and goal. Oh my goodness. 1st and goal. Oh, it was a screen and it worked out, dudes. Here come the heart attacks. Here come the heart attacks. Wow, Eckler, maybe half a yard away. Half a yard away from scoring. What do you do if you're the Chargers? Do you throw in a QB sneak with 18 seconds? Is that too much? I don't think that's enough time. I think you got to throw it. They need a touchdown here if they're going to stay in it. They need a touchdown. No more timeouts. What do? Do you try the quarterback sneak? With 18 seconds, maybe you have a shot at... Maybe you have a shot of spiking it. I don't know, dudes. No, it's a long yard. You got to throw it. 1st and goal. Justin Herbert in motions. Keenan Allen. It's a fake, obviously. And Herbert on the run's going to fire to Austin Eckler. And Eckler might have gotten in. It's a touchdown. That's a Chargers touchdown. Eckler gets the ball past the pylon, and the Chargers are back in it. Now what do they do? Go for 1 or go for 2? Whew. Yeah, he's able to reach over. Dude, Austin Eckler, such a beast. Wow. The ball is across. Oh, my goodness. Are we going for 2? I think the Chargers are going for the kill shot here. The Chargers going for the kill shot. This is the game, folks. This is the game. 2-point conversion. Win or lose is happening right now. And the Cardinals are going to call a timeout. Woo! This is it, dudes. This is it. Chargers collecting themselves for a 2-point try. The heart attacks, dude. Oh my God. This is going to be for the win. The Chargers. Oh, dude, Austin Eckler looks gassed. He's going to even, yeah, he's in. 2-point conversion. The attempt happens right now. Win or lose. This is the last play of the game. Oh my goodness, dudes. This is it. 2-point attempt. Ref is waiting for everybody to get set. The ref's out there saying something. This is it, dudes. 2-point conversion. Justin Herbert's got the ball, fires over the middle. It's Gerald Everett! Gerald Everett's got the 2 points, and the Chargers take the lead. G7 absent for most of this game, makes his biggest and only his only appearance here with a 2-point conversion to put the Chargers up 25-24. 15 seconds left, and the Chargers on a ballsy 2-point conversion find a way to get on top. Oh my goodness, let's go! G7's in the house, baby, in the chat, G7's. Oh my goodness! Let's go! That angle route, dudes! No shot at covering that. Joe Lombardi in the booth celebrating. Chargers 25, Cardinals 24, and the 2-point conversion holds true. Oh my goodness, dudes, let's go. 30s in the chat, G7's in the chat, 10's in the chat. The Chargers found a way. Wow! Oh my God! 10, G7, Austin Eckler. Battlestar Galactica. What a play! Joshua with the $10 says, let's go! Unbelievable effort. Unbelievable drive by the Chargers offense, who has struggled all day long. They take the lead. Here comes the return. And Farrell Cooper able to get down to the 32-yard line. 11 seconds left on the clock. We're not out of the woods yet, though, dudes. The Chargers. The biggest thing that you got to worry about right now is a pass interference. If the Chargers get called for PI, it's likely game over. You got to be careful. Jose, where you at? It says Will Banks. Who's Jose? Let's go, dudes. Oh, my God. You got to watch out, though. You cannot get called for PI here. That is how you lose this game. Chargers have to play very clean on defense. 11 seconds is all it takes. 11 seconds to survive this game. Come on, Chargers. Come on. Play clean in the secondary. Play clean in the second. And the Arizona Cardinals still have a timeout, by the way. Chargers only sending 2. The rest in coverage. And it is incomplete. 46 seconds, or I should say 6 seconds left. They've got to get in field goal range with basically this next pass. Come on, Chargers. Come on. Come on. Second and 10. Watch out for the PI. Don't let them get, what would it be, like 25 yards to get into field goal range? You got to hold strong here, Chargers. You got to hold strong. Kyler Murray steps back to pass. It looks like a Hail Mary. Pump fake, pump fake. He's going over the middle, and it is broken up by number 43, Michael Davis, who already has a sack this game, and that's it. That's it. The Chargers improved to 6-5, and the Cardinals down to 4-8. What a game, dudes. What a game. Oh, that was so close. That was too close. Let's go, Bolt fam. Lightning bolts in the chat. Let's go. My watch is telling me I'm being too loud. Oh my goodness, Herb is that guy, says Jacob Dub. SS Will with the $10 holla. Thank you, sir, so much. Let's go. Never give up. Never surrender. What a ballsy call that was, dude. Been a long time since we've seen that 2-point for the win. Was the last one literally the Mike Williams in Kansas City? Let's go, dudes. Yeah, my heart's hurting too, man. My heart's hurting too. Heart attacks up the wazoo this week, man. If you were looking for a dramatic finish, it might be one of these. This game right here. Still fire Joe. Big guy with the 7 months. It's Justin Herbert leads the game-deciding drive. Austin Eckler with the touchdown. Gerald Everett with a 2-point conversion. The Chargers escape Arizona with the win. They absolutely had to. Yep. They improved to 6-5 on the season. Beautiful, Miguel. Beautifully said. Thank you so much. This Juan says game. Blouses.
Game. Blouses.
Let's go, Juan. Thank you so much, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a nail biter that was, man. I was literally cold sweat that entire time. Oh, we get some brisket tonight, too. What a game. Only Chinese Chargers fan with a $100 holla. Let's go. He says, I cannot believe it. Oh, nor can I, man. We are all in shock right now. Chargers 25, Cardinals 24. Chinese Chargers fan with a $100 holla, dude. Thank you so much. The hype is alive, dudes. The hype is alive. Oh, Chinese Chargers fan, thank you, dude. Happy holidays to yous and yours, man. Thank you so much. $100 holla. I'm going to pass out, dudes. Let's go.
Can't believe it.
Cannot believe what my eyes just witnessed. Oh, my God, dudes. Oh, Chinese Chargers fan, thank you so much. $100 holla. Best in the biz. Ethan Diaz says, we won, Mr. Stark. We won. We won. Let's go. Joe Alexander says, my heartbeat stayed low. I had no stress when we went for 2. I knew we would get it with Herbert. This is the Staley we missed. Ballsy Staley. Absolutely. What a game. Only Chinese Chargers fan, thank you so much. Thank you so much to Ethan and Joe. We got a $25 holla coming in from Tara. Says, holy moly, big bald Staley is back, right? Suck it, Emmanuel, you clown. Whoever that is. Let's have this read through here, too.
Holy moly, big bald Staley. Suck IT, Emmanuel, you clown. Herbert leads his team to a victory. Bolt TF up. High
Let's
voltage
go,
sign.
Tara.
High voltage sign.
Oh,
High
Tara,
voltage sign.
I read on Twitter, too. It was a tough go, but was it not with the Oregon game? I know you needed this. Congratulations. Tara, thank you. $25 holla. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Tara. The mod in the chat. Let's show her some love. Her and Chinese Chargers fan. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Corey, Carly Moses coming in says, good win, but I think the coaching staff still needs to be in the hot seat. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's so many situations where things needed to look a lot different, but great win. We can celebrate the small victory so far, and this was a pretty big one. RC with the 250p, he says, let's ride, baby, let's ride. Crazy YT. If we can get back up here, holy cow, you guys are going crazy in the chat. So my blood pressure 200 over 150 right now. Bolt up. Thanks for the stream, director. Crazy YT, thank you so much for being here, man. An honor by me. Wow, dudes, we're looking for G7 all game, and he came in at the last second. Jexy with the $5. That's my social media QB right there, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Jexy. Ed Reyes with a $20 holla. He says, Evan A, director. Evan A, let's go, dude. Oh, you couldn't have asked for a more dramatic finish. Ed Reyes with a $20 holla. Thank you so much, man. Holy cow, the blood pressure. Holy cow, dudes. You guys are going nuts in the chat. Anthony Italiano coming in here says, Herb, the social media QB, unreal drive. Unreal, man. Wow, dudes, I'm so proud to be a Chargers fan right now. Anthony, thank you so much. Ed Reyes with the $20 holla. Only Chinese Chargers fan with a Hyundai. We got Nico Betran coming back in here. He says, girl, my only beef is Telesco is going to see this and I'll be like, I don't see a problem with the staff. What do you mean? I know. There'll always be a reason. It's like, I don't see it. They're the same picture. Thank you so much, Nicole. Ricardo Soto-san coming in with a $10 holla says, this is what happens when Staley becomes bold and aggressive. We win. Our playoff run begins today. Let's go, Ricardo. Thank you so much for the $10 holla. And hopefully we get Joey Bosa back next week. Mike Williams sort of after. I don't know, man. Hard to remain too optimistic, though, right? Oh, let's turn that back on.
Bold and aggressive. We win. Our playoff fronts begins today.
Let's go, Ricardo. Thank you so much for the $10 holla. Hopefully, man. Again, if anything turns out the way I had hoped, the Chargers, their next string of games. Well, we got the Raiders next week. It's Raiders week part 2. I mean, I don't like to count my hands when it comes to division games, but that is one I think the Chargers should pounce on. I don't know, man. It could be. We could see a string of games here any day. The Dolphins coming up later down the road, though. That's going to be the tough one. That's going to be a really tough one. Thank you so much for the $10 holla. Here comes, man, you guys are going crazy in the chat. We're having a hard time keeping up. Red Dog with 2G says, unbelievables. Oh, I love that, dude. Unbelievables. Thank you so much for the $5 holla. Rexamillion with $20 holla says, Herb showing the haters he can get it done.
Showing the haters he can get it done.
This is the way, dudes. This is why us as Chargers fans so desperately want to see him in a system where he can thrive because he is a generational talent. We don't want to see that squandered. And I think he definitely has the means to silence all the haters on social media that question him. Absolutely huge game for him. Rexamillion, thank you so much for the $20 holla. And our boy Justin Herbert is still proven. It seems every week he's going to have haters. He's going to have to go out and reprove it every single week. And so far, so good. Thank you so much, Rexamillion. Palm Trees with the $5 holla says, I bought a brand new mid-2000 stitch light blue jersey of LT for $45 on eBay because I was so stoked for the win. Oh, dudes, thank you for everything, Director Blessings. Thank you so much, Palm Trees. Thank you so much for always being here. Nadal Saltman with the $2 holla. Thank you so much, Nadal. Appreciate it. Tommy going back with the $10. He says, holy cow, we won that. Came back to win by 1 point. Could have done better, but they got the win. Win is a win. I'll take that. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Tommy Gunn. Thank you so much, dude. The $10 holla. My God, you guys are going nuts in here, dude. Logan coming in with the $2 holla says, let's ride. Let's ride. Appreciate it, man. Ethan Diaz with the $5 holla. Lombardi finally got the message and let Herbert cook. Great all-around win. Bolt up, baby. Bolt up, baby. Let's go. What a win today. Spectre with the $5 holla says, I was about to get so upset in a loss, which seemed to be the way the game was going. So happy. Spectre, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate the love there. So happy myself as well. Sneaker Flavors coming with the $5 says, let's go. Now let's go let's get Bosa back, baby. Let's get him, man. Let's get Joey Bosa back. I'm sure Derek Carr has missed him dearly. Nightway with the $5 holla says, let's see what Emilio Acho has to say about Herbie now. Oh, please. Please, there you go. Let's go ahead and run that back with Acho this week on social media. Let's all say hello. It's Woody says $2 holla. Bolt up. Where's Acho now? Yeah, I can see it, dude. I think the Chargers, the Bolt fam's about to retaliate on Twitter. Let's get it. Carter out with the $2 holla says Herbert needs revenge on Tua from 2022. Yep, must win game. Yeah, that game's gonna be pretty huge too, man. That game's gonna be pretty huge too. Oh my goodness, man. You blocked Ocho. That's amazing, Hugo. Oh, let me catch my breath here for a second, guys. Wow. What a game. What a game. I'm not going to lie, dudes. All hope seemed lost several times in that game. More times than not, it seemed that the things were not going the way for the Chargers. It more times than not absolutely seemed that way. Shout out to the 1,300 people in the chat, by the way, man. Absolutely insane day for the Chargers, dudes. Oh, still trying to catch my breath here. Wow. $2 holla coming in from It's Woody. Yeah, where's Acho now? We got a $20 holla coming in from Thunderbolts 24. He says, $20, let's go, director. Let's go. Shout out to you and all the other 1,300 people in the chat, man. What a game that was. What a game that was. I hope to see Bosa back soon. Yeah, guys. So the Thunderbolts, again, thank you so much for the $20 holla and the hype in the chat. You guys are absolutely insane today. Absolutely insane today. Bosa and Williams back next week, maybe. Let's go. Bolt up, baby. Bolt up. Wow. I'm in awe, dude. I'm absolutely in shock right now. Absolutely in shock right now. Thank you, everybody, so much for all the love in the chat. Again, it's a small thank you from me back to you guys. Let's go, Thunderbolts. We are hosting a giveaway here, too, to celebrate the hype of the holiday season. Of course, this win today. Make sure you guys are upset. All 1,300 of you in the chat, hit that sub button. Hit that sub button. Hit up the link in the description to be entered for this Justin Herbert jersey. As a thank you from me to you guys for absolutely blowing my socks off in the chat today. Despite all of the setbacks, the Chargers came back to win it. That's super hype. Check out the link in the description. Make sure you're subscribed. Only subs can win. And we're going to be giving away this Justin Herbert on Christmas Eve is when we're going to be pulling the winner for this. Christmas Eve. And, of course, we never do just one giveaway on this channel. We're also giving away this Khalil Mack jersey to one of my crew members. All you got to do to be entered for this, be a member of my crew, and that is it. We're pulling the winners December 24th. Guys, thank you again so much. So much. Hit that like button, too, if you would be so kind. What a stream today, man. What a stream today. Wow. Well, guys, we do go up against the Vegas Raiders next week. The Chargers now 6-5. If you guys want to take a look at my second half season prediction video, it's kind of shocking how accurate it has been in terms of things that are going down. We predicted a loss versus San Francisco. We predicted a loss versus last week's opponent in Kansas City. We started predicting some wins. This one next week, possibly versus the Dolphins as well, and then like 3 wins in a row to close the season. I had us at a high of 11-6 and at a low of 10-6, or excuse 10-7, depending on how things work out. But if you guys take a look at the second half of the schedule, it doesn't look as tough as we first thought. And that doesn't mean we can't take anybody for granted. This team is still 6-5. Got a long ways to go, but we are very far away from being out of the playoff conversation. Absolutely insane. If you guys are wondering about an update for Joey Bosa, updates for Mike Williams, it seems that Mike Williams is at a better timeline than Joey Bosa right now because we just don't know much about Bosa. We know that he's been in the building rehabbing. Haven't seen much in terms of him practicing. But if we can get him back next week versus the Raiders, I'm going to feel a lot better about going into that Dolphins game a little later down the road, too. Wow, dudes. What a game today. Well, guys, I hope everybody had an absolutely fantastic Thanksgiving weekend with your families. Big blessings and ups to everybody out there in the Bolt fam and their loved ones. I appreciate you guys and your support in the chat here, allowing me to do what I do, coming in numbers and waves to support the Chargers as well as me and my family. Guys, thank you so much. In terms of being grateful, I'm very grateful for the opportunity that you guys have provided me and my family to come out here every single week, support the Chargers, do what I love doing, and have an awesome time doing so. Thank you guys so much. In Thanksgiving manner, this is what I'm thankful for. Thankful for my family and thankful for my Bull family.
But in shock for many reasons on that one.
Thank you so much, Hal, with a $20 holla. All of us kind of sitting back, right? Mouth agape. And just like absolutely blown away by the Chargers finding a way to win that game. It felt like one of those situations where the Chargers shot themselves in the foot several times, and somehow Justin Herbert pulled us out of the hole and said, you know what, I got you. What a game. How with the $20 Hollow Man? Thank you so much. Lastly, we got Casey Gardner coming in and says, TV sound off with the director synced up my laptop is the way to watch the Bolts. Thank you for all you do, Casey. It is absolutely my pleasure. Thank you guys so much for letting me do what I do around here. I just have so much fun weekend, and especially in the off season, every day of the week is a fun week to get online and chat with my Bolt fam. Thank you so much, Casey. And lastly, Crazy YT says, check out Chargers socials. Should we go take a quick peek? Let's go take a quick peek, baby. Let's go take a quick peek. Have to pay respects. Oh, the Bolts, baby. They're back at it again, man. Oh, my God. I cannot believe that we sorted that out. We can't show too much of that without getting in trouble. Well, guys, thank you so much. So much for all the love. So much for all the support. I'm going to get going and working on something, a victory brisket or something. Again, my mom is here babysitting, so there's something waiting for me up there. I can almost guarantee it. Super excited. Guys, thank you so much for all the love. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Happy welcoming me in the Christmas season coming up very soon. Everybody out there, go out and celebrate in the ways that you feel fit. Go out there and grab some victory briskets. Throw a couple of back with your buddies. And most importantly, let's go harass some Cardinals fans on social media. I'm just kidding. They've already got things tough enough as it is. Guys, thank you so much. Lastly, we got Aaron Lord says, Durham James and just him Herbert. Thank you guys so much for all the love. We'll catch you next time. Hit us up with the like and sub on your way out. Definitely make sure to hit up Underdog Fantasy if you guys want to get in on the action that way. Use code DIRECTOR to match your first deposit up to $100. If you guys are still wondering how to catch the games, use ExpressVPN, use NFL Game Pass, use code DIRECTOR with Game Pass or with ExpressVPN to get an awesome deal there. Sync those things up. Get ready for the rest of the season, ready for playoffs, and ready for the off season as well. And then lastly, make sure you guys are signed up for the giveaways. Make sure you are subscribed to enter for the Justin Herbert and hitting up the link. And the Khalil Mack, if you're a crew member, that's all you got to do. You're going to be automatically entered. Well, guys, thank you so much. This has been the Director. We'll catch you guys next time. And as always, bolt up and stay frosty. The Chargers found a way. Justin Herbert lifting us out of the darkness. Want to watch football without the restrictions of blackouts or cable? Check out ExpressVPN.com to help you get access to all the live games. Sign up today using the link in the description to get 3 free months.